Refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com. Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and don't you want to be around for as many of those as you can possibly be around for? Of course you do, and that's why Life Imaging FLA is so important. You know, with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you can really find out what's happening in your body and head off those diseases at the pass. That's right. Get that scan, take it to your primary care doctor, and then build that long-term health care plan that you've been waiting to build. And remember, these are some pretty treacherous times of year for cardiac death. Believe it or not, Christmas Day is the #1 day, and the day after is #2. New Year's Day, that's #3. You get the idea. Make sure you have the information to take care of those issues in your body now. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, by the way. It is a $699 value. You can know. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
During the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator and Compass, exclude Sport. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude 4x4, Grand Cherokee L and Grand Cherokee, excludes 4XE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions on limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from Mark Cuban for president to a rapper hosts a meet and greet on a fan, and a new drug could make your dog live a lot longer, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Good day to you.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Oh, really great. Really great. How are you, bud?
Good. I'm hanging in there. Yeah, all is well over here. Things are going well on a Wednesday. We got Fritz on the street coming up later on today. Yeah. I'm excited for that. You know, things are rolling as we enter almost the month of December, man. This year has just been flying by for me. I don't know about everybody else.
Oh, same. And I say it every year, but I feel like this year is the fastest by far.
I don't know. Do you think it gets faster when you get older? Do you think that's a thing?
I want to say no just so I can get away from the fact that I'm getting older.
Yeah, right. When you were a little kid, the year seemed so long. It was like, oh, I got to wait all the way till summer? Oh, what are you kidding me? And it felt like a millennial, and a millennia, I should say. And it went on forever. Now it's like, oh, my God, snap, and all of a sudden it's nearly December here. Boom. And you can feel that outside today, very, very much so. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Fox News, and they are covering the important stuff out there. We're focused on what the people need to know and what we need to get out to the American populace. So let's see what's happening over on Fox News.
Fox News alert, the White House Christmas tree is taking a tumble, just like its owner.
Jesus.
White House correspondent.
Oh, yeah. Get the Biden. He's an old man. He falls over. I love how they run like an actual alert on this. What we used to, we've all seen this deteriorate over the years. What used to constitute something worthy of, boom, breaking news was like, get ready, folks, earth-shattering. JFK just got shot in Dallas. Holy cow. You know, the big, big stories. Yeah, the stories that make you think of that. Those are the breaking news stories. And then all of a sudden, I would be watching CNN and I'd go, oh, I see what they're doing. Every hour on the hour, as they switched over, breaking news. And then they would just pull some story out of their ass that they were already talking about 15 minutes before. And now we're down to the point where Christmas trees are Fox News alerts.
News alert, the White House Christmas tree is taking a tumble, just like its owner. White House correspondent Peter Ducey has the latest.
Even paused for comedic effect.
Laugh, everybody.
He's like, I know people are laughing at home.
My favorite part is they actually have a reporter out there, and he's going to tell us what's going on with this Christmas tree. It did tumble, which is hilarious.
Didn't something happen to the Christmas tree last year? Oh, no. It was Fox News's Christmas tree. Remember?
Did their tree fell?
No, I think someone lit it on fire or something. Don't you remember?
No.
I'm having a weird flashback. I will Google.
Yeah, see if that happened. But they got a reporter out there on the scene.
Jesse, this president argues climate change is the greatest threat to humanity. Tonight, it was the greatest threat to his Christmas tree. Yay! The 40-foot-tall national Christmas tree imported from West Virginia was felled by a gust of wind. The colorful strand of lights wrapped around it remained lit as it lay horizontal in the ellipse between the White House South Lawn and the Washington Monument. This is a headache for a National Park Service hoping to host the president at a tree lighting this Thursday.
I like how they just put a crane on it and just hoisted that son of a bitch right back up. Yeah. Like all the decorations stayed on it. Everything. It's like if it was in your house and your dog or cat knocked it over and all the ornaments and all the lights are still on there and you just pull that son of a bitch back up straight and there you go. Christmas is back on. Man, that's a big tree. 40 feet tall. How tall is the Rockefeller Christmas tree each year? Is that bigger than 40 feet?
I don't know.
I've seen it in person. It's big in person, man. You're staring up for days at that thing.
So in 2022, the tree was 82 feet tall.
What?
50 feet wide. Norway spruce from Queensbury, New York.
Wow.
And then in 2021, it was 79 feet tall.
How much do you think they pay for that thing? It's so
it has
big.
To be in the hundreds of thousands, right?
Yeah, maybe. It wouldn't be crazy to think because a regular ass Christmas tree, like a 5 or 6 foot Christmas tree these days, I think is close to $100 bucks.
Gosh, the internet has all the answers. According to fastcompany.com, the tree itself, fortunately, since estimates for this year's tree, I can't tell what year it is, but it was upwards of $70,000.
My God.
For a tree?
For a tree.
Yeah. It's a big one, though. I mean, it's a big ass tree.
I don't care. That's too much to pay for a tree.
And
now with inflation, that's into the 6 digits for sure.
Oh, for sure. And in 2021, it was the Fox News tree that was lit on fire, and they freaked out and called it a hate crime and a war on religion.
We never recovered afterwards. Look at this country now. It's in shambles. Arya Shadowblade says they're donated. Well, are they donated or are they saying it's worth that amount of money? Because it is massive, and it's a very impressive tree, and then they just chop the damn thing down and have a way with it. But there you go. Everything's okay now in the world. The tree is back up. It's been righted.
Thank God.
We are all set. Meanwhile, what's going on with Mark Cuban is the big question on a lot of people's mind right now. Yesterday, it was announced that he was going to be doing his last season on Shark Tank. This was going to be the last one for him. He's been there for over a decade, I think, and he's been a prominent fixture on that. And now they announced that he's selling a majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks, of course. You've heard people talking about that ad nauseum. But they were also talking about how much he was getting for it. $3.5 billion for his stake in the Dallas Mavericks. Not a bad investment. Actually, probably the biggest payoff he's ever had. I think that might be more than broadcast.com, which is what made Mark Cuban all of his money, which is so funny to me. If you don't know how Mark Cuban got rich, he had another company before broadcast.com, I think. But broadcast.com was when nobody was streaming anything on the internet. So he went around to all the sports leagues and he's like, hey, this internet thing, can I get the rights to stream your teams and your games on broadcast.com? And they said, sure, nobody's listening to that crap. We'll give it to you for a couple of shekels. And then the internet blew up, and this ugly site that nobody really used at the time had all of the rights to those games and streaming them, and he sold it for billions of dollars. And now $3.5 billion for his stake, or some of it, a majority stake, in the Dallas Mavericks to the owner of the Las Vegas Sands Casino Company, and that's the Sheldon Adelson guy. Or
Young Sheldon or older Sheldon?
This is real old Sheldon. Yeah, he's up there. So, yeah, they said they have sold that portion of the team. He's still going to remain in control, but there's whispers out there whether Mark Cuban is going to run for president or not.
Really?
And I know he's, like, messed around with politics before. Some of these people, I tell them, like, stay as far away from politics as you can. When The Rock flirts with politics, I'm like, what are you doing,
Did he ever say anything about it, though, or were just people talking and then he had to address it?
I think he was kind of flirting with it, like just to put it out there and see what people thought of President Rock. You know, what would you, President Dwayne Johnson? How would that go?
Well, didn't Kid Rock also think about President Rock?
Did he?
I thought so.
That would be
thank you.
What a presidential election we're staring down the barrel of here. This could be real interesting. I think Mark Cuban is a smart guy, interesting guy, but I think it would just be disastrous for him in his career to become president. There's no more of this, like, I'm just going to be the likable guy. We don't have those people anymore. Even, like, go back to times that people think are contentious, right? When you had George W. Bush or even Barack Obama. Most people, like just average, regular-ass people, either during that time or looking back on it, were like, oh, yeah, that was fun. You know, it was a good president, did a good job or whatever. And now, no matter who's president, it's just going to be a knife fight in the streets, right? That's just...
continues to be. Like, if you consider, like, the election time, and then things can maybe start to get a little heated, and you find yourself at the dinner table having some arguments, but once the election happened, then it was like, all right, back to normal life.
Sure.
But since, 2016, it has been all year long.
Nonstop. And ever present, all over the place. It's hard to hide from that kind of stuff.
So Kid Rock made a fake run for Senate, and it was just all to sell merchandise and boost album sales, and it was like, Kid Rock for U.S. Senate, Kid Rock for this, Kid Rock for U.S. Senate, and Warner Brothers even sold Kid Rock for Senate merchandise, and there were talks about the Federal Elections Commission, the FEC, charging Warner Brothers or Kid Rock with like campaign funding violations, and they had to like come to a conclusion and all agree like, hey, this was just a big publicity stunt. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
What a mess. Lee Road on YouTube says Cuban sold to Miriam Adelson. Yeah, that's correct. That's the widow of billionaire Sheldon Adelson. So his former wife, he's dead now, is the one who's going to be the majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, which has a lot of people talking, obviously. But Mark Cuban for president, would you vote for Mark Cuban? Would that be somebody who would bring us together? Or do you think that would be
politically?
I don't know that you can pin him down on it. I don't know that really he's somebody who, like, you know, because that's one of the problems we have right now. It's like, are you a Democrat or Republican? And then you go, okay, I'm going to choose one. And then you have to agree with all the things that party agrees with. And you're like, well, I agree with some of the stuff on this side and some of the stuff on this side. What the hell am I doing here?
And you'll have some contenders that are like, okay, but I'm right in the middle. And I think you are speaking to probably a majority of people. But then when it comes down to crunch time, You have to be intense for some reason. Like it calls for it, and it sucks.
It's the primaries. It's because during the primaries, you got to play to the base, and the base is like very radicalized. And so there it just goes to hell. PF says Cuban should run. If he wins, it would be the first time a real billionaire would be president, taking a shot at Trump there, obviously. Naomi says, I don't care who wants to run for president because it's better than what we have now. We need new people with new ideas to fix so many problems. And a lot of other people with that same sentiment. Tony says, that's why I'm independent. That's why most people are independent, Tony. More people are independent than are on either side. More people are non-party affiliated. They just don't get a voice out there. Send us your dispatch. Tell us what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Meanwhile, we're watching the whole, the funeral at this point for Jimmy Carter's wife, Rosalind Carter, who was his wife for 77 years. And Sabrina was pointing out yesterday, he's not looking great at these appearances. And I don't think this man is long for the world, but that's not anything
but
shocking to say.
He's been in hospice since February.
It's true. He's been around for a while where they said this is the end for Jimmy Carter. He's still 99 years old. Maybe he'll make it to 100. He might make it out there. But at the funeral, he's like laid out. They got him laid on this thing with a blanket over his legs. And the blanket says like the Carters and Rosalind Carter. And then his mouth is just agape, just wide open the whole time. And he looks rough.
Give him a little bit of credit. I mean, the season right now, allergies are crazy. I looked the same exact way yesterday when I was going to sleep.
I'm going to give him credit because he's 99 years old. You know, like, what am I expecting at 99? He's got to be just looking healthy.
He came to for a second there because I had pointed out when we were watching it on CNN, and then when we went back, he was like talking to somebody. Granted, their conversation could have been like, where am I?
You have no idea what was going on there. Okay, we have a lot to get to today. As I said, Fritz on the Street is on the way. Don't forget to play along with us, and we'll all select somebody to fight in the battle against each other at Fritz on the Street. But when we come back, there is what could be a miracle drug in a time where a lot of miracle drugs are being presented to us. A drug to help your dog live a lot longer.
What?
And this is the real deal. What is it? I'll tell you about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
What's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going great so far. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few things have cleared up, specifically on the Greenway that's near Curry Ford and also Colonial Drive. So you should have a much smoother ride there as those incidents have been moved along and the ramps have been open. Right now there is an incident on the intersection of OBT northbound at Pleasant Hill Road. So careful there, and your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Cyber Monday is Dell's biggest sale of the year. Get limited time deals, free shipping, and huge savings on laptops like the XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Between global jihad, China, Russia, and our southern border, we are in for a long and protracted battle. You need to prepare for the worst. Protect your home, protect your family, and protect your investments. It's time to reach out to the Oxford Gold Group. They make it simple for whether you are buying more gold, diversifying your 401k, or buying gold for the first time. Call 833-995-GOLD or visit JesseKellyGold.com. That's JesseKellyGold.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up? I'm tired of feeling so bloated. That used to be me. Then I got this. Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion. A probiotic, right? Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus Food Digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first, today.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra strength, all natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is
Told you guys this story. We'll get into this actual news story of a new drug that can help your dog live longer in just a moment here. But I heard our friend Ryan on The Monsters talking before the show, and this is here at our home market in Orlando. And Ryan was talking about a show that I used to listen to so long ago. I think you used to listen to Loveline too, right, C-Lane? Way back.
I used to watch it on MTV.
Me too.
Wow.
Yeah, do you remember the show, Sabrina?
I've heard about it. Couldn't tell you what it was about.
I used to listen to it a little bit too. I think we might have carried it on our station years ago.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So it was like a call-in radio show and television show where people called in with like sex problems, and you had Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And they would like go over whatever the person's problem was, and they'd give advice.
I remember specifically listening to one episode, and I've told this story before, where they talked to like a decent TV star, not like super A-list, maybe F-list, but made enough money, did great for himself, and spent all his money partying.
Yeah,
and they were like, wait, but you made like such and such an episode. How do you blow all that money? And he goes, I didn't know cocaine came in yellow.
Oh.
I used to watch that show all the time. We would turn on Loveline, my friends and I, and all of a sudden we got an idea, and we're like, hey, let's get on the show, because you could just be on by the phone. But you'd be on television and on all these radio stations. And I was like, yeah, this is exciting. I was 15 years old, okay? And so I said, how do I get on Loveline? And I looked up the number and stuff. And the number was basically like you call and you leave your story, and then they call you back and you get on the show after that. But I didn't really know how it worked because I was just a dumb teenager. And so at 15, I called up Loveline, and I'm like, yeah, my name is Sean, whatever. I don't know if I gave a fake last name. And I gave them this whole story. And
Scooter.
I was like, I just want to be on the show to get an answer from the guys to see what I should do next. And then I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. And like the next week, my parents both greet me when I come home from school or whatever. And they're like, we need to talk. And I said, what? And they're like, come on in here. We sat in the sunken living room on the couch that we never, ever used. And my parents sat me across from them. They go, if we have to call the police, we are going to do it. But we are getting down to the bottom of this. And they said, we got a phone call today from something called Loveline, that you got your friend's mother pregnant and you're trying to figure out what you should do next and how to deal with this.
God.
And I was like,
that's so embarrassing. I have to sit your parents down and explain. That's just a prank, Mom. I swear.
I had to tell my mom, like, no, I didn't actually get any of my friends' parents pregnant. I swear to God, I didn't get my friend's mom pregnant. And she was like, I will call the police right now. We'll get them in on this, and we will sign. It was like, I was just trying to get on the show, and just total meltdown. Never got on Loveline after that. Yeah.
You were so close. Had your parents not ruined the plan?
I didn't even think about them calling back. I just, like, as a kid, sometimes you do that stuff, and then you just leave it out there, and you go, oh, that's right. I did that. That didn't work out well. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Daniel emails. He says, good day, News Junkies. Glad to have all three of the best friends I never knew I had back in the studio. Wanted to make sure you were aware while listening and watching via YouTube, the audio will cut out. Sometimes for a minute or more, he says. Sometimes it happens several times during a single show as it did yesterday. You may already be aware, but I'm sure it will be taken care of, he says. Just for the record, when that happens, you folks who are on the streaming side, we love you. We do, but you're a tiny, tiny portion of the audience. So we also don't have the copyright stuff for all the music we might play. So from time to time, you might hear a little bit of silence. And Celia and I are working on putting up like a little thing that says audio muted for copyright reasons, so you don't freak out every time that happens. But that's what's going on there.
And when you mute it, though, is it like our voices or just the music that's muted?
It's everything.
No, it's everything, yeah. So it just goes silent.
There was something that we did not too long ago where we had to mute, or maybe it was like automatic, that YouTube had taken out the music and it was just us reacting to it, which was the most bizarre piece of audio anyone could listen to, because we were like, ha-ha, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because there's technology where they can just remove the copyrighted material and not our voices.
No, it gets more bizarre than that, Sabrina, you see, because there was a show while you were gone, you were out sick, and we had some technical difficulties, and the people on the stream could only hear the microphone in your room.
Oh.
And they couldn't hear Sean, and they couldn't hear Josh, and they could see everybody on the stream, but they could only hear my reaction to things. So
they'll be like, whoa!
It was the Just Me show, and I'm sure just the entertainment level soaring.
Yeah, they said, just as you three, Josh, Fritz, Mo, Amy, and others take care of us listeners, I have recently moved to North Georgia, just south of Helen from the Treasure Coast.
I love Helen.
I miss catching the radio broadcast, but I never miss a show. I'm just always behind watching on YouTube or listening on iHeartRadio. Y'all helped me through a very difficult time in my life, and I will never forget that. I will always be a fan. Love you guys. Keep up the wonderful work, Daniel.
You don't know how tempting, like how much I had to just place my hands on the desk and not just start playing Taylor Swift while you were trying to explain this.
He says, P.S., and I think you know what the P.S. is already. Could somebody please pick me for Fritz on the stream? That segment is the entire reason I got hooked on the show originally. And if I get the coveted Fritz magnet, he says 8-bit magnet, that one's long gone. You can rest assured it will remain in the wild because there's no threat of it being stolen up here, Daniel says.
How dare you?
Daniel, thank you for the email. We appreciate you. And now you know. Let's get to this story before we get to you. And you can join the show. We can get your thoughts, your opinions, your jokes, whatever you got for us on the show by sending a dispatch. You don't have to wait on the phone lines or anything. You just go to thenewsjunkie.com and record right on your cell phone or your laptop and send your message right over to us. And bam, you're on the show. They say a drug to help dogs live longer has reasonable expectation of effectiveness, according to the FDA.
Yeah, that sounds promising.
This is a real deal. This is a real thing. And I think this could be another one of these big breakthroughs if it works as promised. So here's the story. The FDA has said that an experimental drug that purports to increase the healthy lifespan of larger dogs in particular has, quote, a reasonable expectation of effectiveness, a milestone that could clear the way for the veterinary drug to be available to the public within the next few years. Here's what they think. This company that has launched and pushed this drug, LOY001 is the name of the drug at the moment, I guess. That's not fantastic.
Name.
The company's name's Loyal, and Loyal has about $58 million in funding. They said this is a milestone product. What this does is it focuses on reducing the amount of a growth hormone called insulin growth factor -1, or IGF-1. It's found in high levels in many large dogs, which some have suspected is the reason they tend to have shorter lifespans, like a Great Dane or like a Mastiff. Sometimes those dogs don't live very long, unfortunately. And they said if you inhibit that particular IGF-1, these dogs can live a lot longer, dramatic lifespan improvements. And they said they can almost guarantee like a year extra on the dog's life, which is a big deal for somebody who loves their pet. And if they grow from there, man, we might get this in humans.
And
please.
it costs $20,000.
People will pay it if it does. You know they will. People will pay an arm and a leg to get that dog for just one more year, or at least some dog owners would. You always get those dog owners that are like, the dog's got a sprained ankle, put it down. I ain't paying any money for this dog. That dog is done for. But this is for the folks who want the dog to live longer. They say Loyal's drug can
That's how I feel about the baby half the time.
Don't say that. Can reliably lengthen the lifespan of dogs, and that may be something that is coming to your vet very soon. All right, let's go over to you and hear from you with these dispatches that are coming in right now. We got Banana Potato talking about The Rock being the president of the United States. Let's hear.
Howdy, junkies.
Hey.
I was just commenting on The Rock flirting with presidencies, and I had actually just listened to him. He went on the Joe Rogan Experience. And Joe even brought it up, and he's like, isn't that crazy? Like, people talking about you running for president. And The Rock briefly talks about it a little bit. He was like, I was approached by representatives wanting me to, go for a certain party. And he was just trying to be humble and be like, I was really flattered and all that.
But
and they
no.
were really serious about getting a campaign started, with him. And he was like, nah.
Good.
I mean, to be honest, though, like, you're wealthy and you're doing good for yourself and you've got your own business, Terramana, whatever. Like, why would you want to dive into politics when at the end of the day, the president's just kind of like a figurehead?
Yeah, that is so true. Why would you want that? If you're The Rock,
power, baby.
Yeah, the power is attractive, but The Rock is powerful too in his own way. Like with the microphone, he has a huge social media profile.
But not president powerful.
No, he's not president powerful. But what I'm saying is, if you take that leap, then you go from being pretty universally liked. Right? I haven't met too many people who have told me, "Oh, I hate The Rock. Dwayne Johnson's the worst." Maybe some people like that exist, but I think it's like probably a minority of people. To the moment you say, "I'm running for office," half the people are going to hate you, if not more. And they're like, forget it. I'm never supporting his movies again. I'm not doing any of that.
Remember when we talked about Clay Aiken because he ran, was it for senator, maybe congressman many years ago, but like talking about his experience entering into the political world, he's like, he was very loved by pretty much everyone in America. He was a cutie from American Idol. And he's like, as soon as he started, you are split. You need to go into it knowing that half the people are going to hate you.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, like, if you are a completely different type of politician and you go, I want to bring everybody together, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. People are on their teams, and the moment you say, I'm on this team, not that team, then you're going to be at it with them. You're going to be just completely at odds with those folks. That is very unfortunate, but it's a reality. Here is David Junkonian, who says, C-Lane! Exclamation point, exclamation point.
Pick me for Fritz on the street.
C-Lane, pick me for Fritz on the street.
Wow, baby.
I lost my new magnet that I had just got. My Treehouse of Horrors magnet, and I'm very sad that I had to replace it with the ever-rare Fritz on the Street magnet. Congratulations on the newborn, brother.
Put your seatbelt
Have a good
on.
one.
All right, there he goes. He's got does he have a shot at this, C-Lane, or no?
Who is that, Junkonian?
Yeah, David Junkonian.
That's a maybe.
All right, he's putting you on the list as a maybe. We want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. We'll work in one more here. Here's Guitar Slinger talking about Xmas Forest of Blood. I don't know what that is.
Well, talking about Christmas trees, and I just saw the other day a picture of that shot when the Trumps were in the White House and Melania decorated the White House with that forest of blood.
That was something,
looked like something out of Central Transylvanian casting.
I liked it.
Ugh, terrible.
Do you guys remember that? Okay. Let me see if I can find a photo of this. Melania White House Christmas red. They did up the White House, here it is, for Christmas, but they tried to take it in another direction, and it looks like some hellscape. It's really epic looking.
It looks like a Handmaid's Christmas.
Yeah.
A Handmaid's Tale's Christmas.
It's like, I mean, it's different. You have to give it to her for that. It's something else. All the Christmas trees were absolutely like strawberry red, and there was no like ornaments or lights on them.
It looks terrifying.
It's a pretty frightening sight, but points for originality, I think. Okay, when we come back, we have to get to this story that's floating around today about some folks who are out there interested in their particular kinks. And I didn't know this world existed, but we're going to dive into a very sexy world when we return. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-60s. Sun is shining bright, unlike yesterday. And we do have chilly wake-up temperatures for your Thursday as well. But each and every day, we are going to be seeing warming temperatures. If you can believe it, we'll be back to the 80s by this weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Let me tell you about my favorite place to go to grab a bite to eat, to have some fun, to sit down and just enjoy the biggest TV I have ever seen in my life. It's Primrose Lanes. You've heard me talking about this, but you got to go try out the food. And you can really just randomly point at something on the menu and get the best meal you've had in a very long time. That's how good the chef is at Primrose Lanes. But I would recommend you try out the breakfast sandwich if you go early, like if you go on Saturday for a brunch. Oh, my God. It's the best one I've ever had in my entire life. And it's on a menu full of so many great options. They take food that seems simple and they elevate it to the next level. And you should just go take a look for yourself at primroselanes.com. They got the menu right there so you can see what you would be interested in having. Lots of options there. And if you want to watch the game, what better place to watch it than on a 130-inch 4K video wall? Take your friends out there and just relax. You deserve it as we go into the home stretch of the year. You could bowl out there. They got a beautiful, beautiful bowling alley and so many more things to do. You can get all your reservations set up if you want to go in the evening when it's a little busier, or if you want to go for happy hour, just wander on in to eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit them now at primroselanes.com.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
'Tis the season to find incredible deals on a wide selection of auto parts, tires, and accessories. With Amazon Automotive, you can skip the store and the crowds and shop online. Find the parts and accessories you need to outfit your vehicle for winter or the perfect gift for the car lover in your life. At Amazon Automotive, you'll find everything from tires and OEM parts to car care, interior accessories, motor oil, and more. Shop top brands today at Amazon.com/automotive.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
At Bank of America, we asked our employees what they wanted most.
I want to work where everyone is welcome.
To have benefits that take good care of my family.
To move forward in my career.
We listened and did all that and more. It's why we're proud to be Just Capital's #1 top company to work for. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Just Capital used annual rankings that track performance across the 5 worker-related issues evaluated. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Warning. RSV, or respiratory syncytial virus, is a highly contagious virus that can be dangerous for adults 60 and older. Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If Twitter is imploding, we're going along for the ride. Join us at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Them off to us through the newsjunkie.com. It's easy enough, and we'll hear some of those in just a bit. But I think we need to bring back kink shaming. We need to make this thing once again in our culture because some of you
exactly?
Some of you are weird as hell. I mean
Just
it, man.
because you're not into it doesn't mean that it's weird, Sean.
Yeah, no, that's weird is not necessarily always derogatory.
What shaming is.
Yeah, well, I think some people should be kink shamed. I think there are certain kinks where we should go, what the hell? What are you? Wait, you're into what now? And this Washington Post report that they say this is a real thing. Now, you guys can tell me if you think they're making this up a little bit, but this is flat out in the Washington Post, if we can trust them. It says the Washington Post published an eye-popping report on the rise of, quote, political humiliation. And they said they were interviewing the libtard subs who fantasize about being dominated by MAGA doms and vice versa. All right, so these are like political people who want to be dominated by their political opponents in some weird sexual way
and pay them for it?
Yeah, sometimes. Or sometimes each side just kind of is into it mutually, and they both benefit, I guess. But they say
miserable.
This is real. This is such a weird thing. Journalist Hallie Lieberman opened her article with a transcript from a political humiliation video, which featured a dominatrix trying to persuade beta liberals to vote Republican for Daddy Trump, it says. The dominatrix who voted for former President Donald Trump twice, but now supports Ron DeSantis, she told the Washington Post she earned 6 figures annually with her niche content. Lieberman also spoke to a 33-year-old Republican whose day job involves monitoring politics and liberal media for an unnamed radio host, but who runs the fetish group MAGA Doms and Libtard Subs by night. So they say this is like an actual thing that these folks are into.
That's too much, man. Leave it out of the bedroom.
Hey, here's some of the requests on this website. On MAGA Doms and Libtard Subs, members will post requests such as looking for a MAGA Dom to red pill me and convince me to share my wife. Now, if you don't know what red pill means, it means like, to convince me on the Trump stuff, essentially. It can mean other things, but that's kind of what it means. They said one man described his fantasy as wearing a Trump dog collar sold on Trump's campaign website and being walked around Walmart to pick out a dog bone. That's what that person is into. Another man who described himself as very, very, very much a liberal told the Washington Post he fantasized about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Rep. Lauren Boebert, the one who had the boob grabbing thing going on.
Oh, the boob and the babe.
At the show. What Broadway play was that?
Mm-hmm.
It was Beetlejuice and the boob grab. And they said his crush on Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert forced him to vote straight red Donald Trump. Yet another person reportedly fantasized about having sex with people she finds repulsive, including Trump, Osama bin Laden, and Hell's Angels bikers.
Okay.
About bin Laden. He's dead. So
a hipster of some sorts.
They dropped Osama bin Laden into the ocean in some spot that they never named. So that's not going to work. Hell's Angels bikers, okay, you could probably find some of those still. Hey, Hell's Angels are still around, right? Biker gang still out there somewhere, I guess?
I'm not sure.
They're not really prominent anymore. And a 6-year-old dominatrix named Master Black Satyr Dragonwolf.
A what? You're a 6-year-old, you said?
No, a 60-year-old male dominatrix named Master Black Satyr Dragonwolf.
A 6-year-old dominatrix would be so many red flags.
Yeah. You still get a story out of it. They told the Washington Post that he engaged in BDSM with a 22-year-old straight college student who wanted to be punished by a person of color because he voted for Trump. During their encounter, he reportedly told the student, I will tear your ass apart if you ever vote for Donald Trump or any other stinking conservative Republicans. I'll let you go into moderates, but if I hear Trump or Cruz or any member of the Bush family, you're done for, they said.
All right.
Whoa.
It gets to the extent of, like, day of the election, they're walking them in with the dog collar, like, you better show me your Scantron.
Oh, my God, people.
All right.
I get that people are into different things. And for the most part, whatever you do behind closed doors doesn't bother me a little bit. I don't care what you're up to, as long as two consenting adults are into it. I'm pretty radical on this, actually. The story about the guy who met somebody online and he wanted that person to, I can't even really tell this story.
Dance around it. Come on.
He wanted that person to cut off the berries.
Right.
And cook them in a frying pan, and then they would both eat them. Mm-hmm. I really don't care. They're both consenting adults, as long as nobody's like, intellectually not able to make that decision, if they're not with it enough to be able to be cognizant of what they're saying they want to do. I'm fine for it. But if you want to do this is weirder than that to me.
It is. And much like the Thanksgiving table, I feel like politics should be left out of the bedroom.
Yeah, I'd be better off that way. I think it would be better off, but
does this allow them to not live their everyday life super stressed out and inundated by politics because they're letting that energy out in a sexy way?
Maybe. This is the common trope that they always bring up where they say people who like dominatrix stuff, BDSM, oftentimes if it's a submissive man, it's somebody who's got like a powerful job, and they don't want to answer all the questions anymore. They want to be dominated by a woman.
I feel like that's a trope, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
True too. Yeah. It could be both. It could be that it's a trope, but there's also some truth to it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mm-hmm, that's the way it works.
A friend of mine was a financial dominatrix, as well as I don't think it's called shame dom, but it's like the person who insults you the entire time, and it is lucrative. I mean, it made a lot of money, especially the financial stuff where the kink was VPN style. Like the guy would watch as she VPN'd into his computer and dragged his money to her account.
We played the video. I don't know if you guys remember this. The video where the guy who was into exactly what Sabrina's talking about goes to a gas station, and this woman tells him, when he walks up to her, he's like, hello. He's like meek and shy and like sheepish. Hello. And she goes, get down on your knees. And he gets down on his knees. And she's like, how much do you have for me today? And he said, the ATM will only let me get out $600. And she said, that's not good enough, you pathetic, weak man. And he goes, will you take this, queen? Will you take this? And he hands her the money. Don't record any of this. I realized halfway through, I can see your computer now, Sealand. I see what you're recording.
Damn it, I need to change the computers.
Tactics revealed. And he was like, is this enough for you? And she goes, she took it, and then she kicked him in the ass, and he went back to his car and drove back home. And she goes, all right, there we go. Just
have
made
a great day.
$600.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, see you later. And again, I'm like, two consenting adults.
Sure.
If this is what they want to do, why am I getting in the middle of it? I'm not going to make that illegal if I'm the president. I don't want to get into people's personal lives, but this one is weird to me.
It is bizarre, and it's like, coming from somebody who is part of the LGBT community, me saying this next phrase seems very unfair, but it's like, we don't have to hear about it. You don't have to put it in our face. Why does Washington Post have to make this entire article about it?
Because that's what they do. That's journalism these days.
Do you guys remember our old watering hole where a gentleman had come in and he was wearing a bright pink thong under his pants, and he had to have the bartenders sign off?
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Them, oh, my God. It was a whole thing. Like, we had just walked in afterwards, and the bartenders looked like deer in headlights. And like, you will not believe what just happened to us.
I remember that there was a guy who used to come in there all the time with definitely escorts. Like, it was very clear. Like, this guy had a different girl all the time, and he was some mole man looking dude, and the women that he was with were like attractive.
Mole
and
man.
I could figure this out pretty quickly. I think I know what's going on here. Let's play a couple more dispatches while we have a moment here and see what you got going on. Like Rhino Love has a dispatch. It says, sexy time dom. Hello?
This whole dominatrix thing sounds like it's right up my alley, and I can't wait to look more into this. I think I could make a six-figure living, walking guys around Walmart on a dog chain. That sounds perfect for me, actually. But the reason I'm calling is this situation of this in the bedroom. It reminds me of the scene in second season Sopranos where Tony's Soprano's sister has sex with, I think it's Richie. Anyway, he can't do it without holding a gun to her head, and it's probably loaded. I don't know, but that was their thing, and this reminds me of that. Just thought I would share.
If you've gotten to that point where it requires that level of stimulation, I think you need to take a vacation, go get like a cabin somewhere, disconnect from the internet, and you've been stimulated by too many things in your life. If it takes like at gunpoint, you're like, can't make it to the mountaintop. Okay, loading gun.
Like it's
now
not loaded. I can hear it.
I know that I know those are blanks. I need them to be live bullets, live ammunition, or I cannot finish.
I'm pretty sure if it fires straight through your head, a blank will kill you.
True, yeah. Brandon Lee, R.I.P., man.
Oh.
Here's Biker Mike 159 with the dispatch.
Morning, News Junkies. To answer your questions about the Hells Angels and other, quote, biker gangs, yes, they are still out there. They are still strong in numbers.
Are they
happy? Just operate a different way. There's a reason you don't see them.
Oh.
All right. Y'all take care. Wiggle, wiggle,
All
pop,
right.
pop.
Boy, that's kind of foreboding. All right.
All right. Do any Hells Angels listen to the show?
You think they'd take me into the Hells Angels?
Absolutely not.
No.
Not in a million years.
No.
Why did you
way.
both answer that so quickly?
I think
ride a motorcycle?
multiple people out loud said no.
I can't ride a motorcycle now, but I could get figure it out.
I feel like top of the list of requirements to be in the Hells Angels.
You get one with like the,
Can I ride the sidecar?
Well, don't they have you get them where they have like wheels on the side?
A tricycle?
Well, I need that to start out. I need at least 3 wheels to start.
You're talking about a sidecar? Like for bitches?
No, he wants like
training wheels. Do they have training wheels for motorcycles? Is that a thing?
Is that what you want to ask during the interview with the Hells Angels?
No, I'm going to make myself cool before I get to the meeting. I'm going to do all the research that I need to. And I'm going to pull up on my Nighthawk 1572, and I'm going to have all my leathers on, and I'm going to be ready to go.
Okay.
Nighthawk 1792 or whatever I said, not a real thing, but I'll lock in a real thing before that so I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's going to be cool as hell.
That tiny little pocket bike I have in the garage.
I don't know how they're going to think of me when I pull up on that little guy. It's fun, but I don't know if I'll be accepted.
I Googled Nighthawk 1572 to see what you're working with. And
is that what I said the first time?
It's the Google listing for 1572 Nighthawk Lane, Manteca, California.
Oh,
so
congrats.
That's where they sell them. That's the headquarters.
Yeah, I bet.
Distribution center.
Well, there's a virtual tour, so we'll find out.
When we come back, we've got more of your comments. Please do join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record a dispatch for us. Plus, a woman who just wanted to teach the kids is in a whole world of trouble. Big Country says, as the resident biker here over on YouTube, no, Sean, just no. So far my reception, not great. Not great.
Sorry.
So this teacher wanted to help the kids out, and they just won't let her. Why are they holding her down? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's happening? I hope your Wednesday is going great so far. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, a few things have cleared up, specifically on the Greenway that's near Curry Ford and also Colonial Drive. So you should have a much smoother ride there as those incidents have been moved along and the ramps have been open. Right now there is an incident on the intersection of OBT northbound at Pleasant Hill Road. So careful there, and your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this, because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-374-2103. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500 $2,000.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-374-2103 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, yeah, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm
max.
I'm going to need itemized receipts for this. Is the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine.
Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. Now, during our Cyber Week sale, the all-new Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is only $880, the lowest price ever. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, creators. It's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hive app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 106.7 for a chance to hear your Hive song air on the radio. The best Hive wins $5,000. Download the Hive app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 106.7 on Insta.
My best dad tip? Okay, one time our power went out and we couldn't watch TV or play video games or whatever, but we still had the best time pulling out flashlights and building a fort in their room, telling stories. So last week, I just turned off the main breaker and yelled, "Power's out!" I mean, why wait for a storm? Just make the fun part happen yourself. I mean, you can do it tonight.
Dads, try this idea, or try something else.
Just choose to be a father first today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
Weird to me. I think we talked about this for just a second on the show yesterday, and Paris Hilton had another kid, and she didn't even tell her family about it, I don't think, until the very last minute. And they're like, hey, surprise, baby.
With cameras.
Yeah, here you go. The cameras just happened to be there, right? It was just a surprise moment.
Quick sidebar, Kathy Hilton is a gem.
Oh, did you see the reaction? I have
did,
that.
But she was also on Real Housewives for a little bit, and she's just, everything that comes out of that woman's mouth is genius and quotable forever.
Is she, I hadn't seen her before this too much. I think I've seen her here or there, but this scene where it shows Paris Hilton and she's like showing the baby.
That's my baby.
To her mom for the first time, and the mom's reaction was really like, I mean, obviously it would be intense because all of a sudden, you're a grandma again, and you had no idea before this moment. And
grandson.
The thing that I'm surprised people aren't more outraged by is Paris Hilton's not the only one who has done this. There's been a lot of other famous people who have done this, but Paris Hilton has her kids through some surrogate, and there's no medical reason why Paris Hilton needs to get a surrogate.
Was with her?
No. Paris Hilton
said
said
a miscarriage.
She said she saw childbirth and it seemed too scary for her. And so she now pays somebody to carry her baby to term for her. And Kim Kardashian has done this too. And sometimes they'll be like, I don't want that to happen to my body. I don't want to go through with that, which, sure, you're rich. You don't want your body to have to go through having a baby inside it for 9 months, which is a lot of work. But for me, surrogacy is for people who need it, who actually need it. Now, again, this is two consenting adults doing something with one another. I'm not trying to make it illegal or shut it down. I'm just surprised there's not more pushback when we have a bunch of rich women who are going after mostly poor women to take their child and bring it to term and then give birth to that child. And then it's like they just get the baby. You don't have to go through the process up to there. That to me seems a little weird, like a little kind of dystopian. And I'm so surprised that there's not more pushback against things like that. Now, the woman who does it, whoever actually gives birth to the baby, they usually get a pretty good amount of money. But I don't even think it's a good amount of money considering what you have to go through.
You would think from the Hilton family or from Paris Hilton, it would be a decent amount of money.
It should be more. It absolutely should be more. If you are paying somebody else to bring your baby to term and give birth to your baby, and you're a rich person just doing it because you don't want to go through childbirth, you should pay up big time. Usually they pay about $60,000 or so for somebody to be a surrogate, right? And that sounds like a lot of money, but think about, right, especially you guys who hear 60 grand, like, I'll do that in a second. Think about having something inside of you for 9 months, giving birth to it, dealing with the reaction of you giving birth to something and then it being pulled away from you, which is not a small thing to deal with.
Well, and all the risk that comes with pregnancy as well.
There's a huge health risk. Obviously it's much smaller than it used to be, but there's absolutely huge health impacts and risks that come from giving birth. And the other person is just paying their way through it because they don't want to give birth to a kid naturally or otherwise, I guess, even a C-section.
But also considering the risk too, I can understand from Paris' perspective of it might on paper be I just don't want my body to go through. I don't want the stretch marks or, whatever else comes along with it. But at her age, it's also a big risk.
Yeah, it is, but it's a risk that if she was going to go through this, she would have to consider. And I think her first baby, if I'm not wrong about that, was also through a surrogate. And back then, maybe that's when she made the claim. She was like, childbirth was so scary to me. I just knew I was going to have somebody else do this. And I don't know, man. Like, surrogacy, do not get me wrong here. Don't get me mixed up, is a beautiful thing. It's awesome for people who need it. That's where this should be focused on. People who could use that to get the baby that they're dreaming of, right? That's a very, very, very great thing. But to do it just like as a way to get out of going through something that seems difficult and just like pay your way out of it.
She's 42.
Is she 42 now? Well, look, I know people far older than 42 who have given birth.
If she's 42, isn't it time to drop the voice?
Yeah, I've heard a regular voice though. I've heard it before in her.
So I think it was Kim Kardashian's cooking show that she was doing or whatever, where she had like friends come over and she cooked with them, and one of them was Paris Hilton, and Paris Hilton kept like forgetting that she was on the show because she was just hanging out with her old pal Kim, and kept dropping the voice, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is.
Right. Yeah. Angel says 2 consenting adults. Yeah. I mean, I couched this all with that I believe it's 2 consenting adults. That doesn't mean I don't think it's a strange trade-off. It's like, I'm also, again, I'm a radical on this. I wouldn't mind if somebody who is a consenting adult, as long as they weren't in absolute financial strain, I think that's an important part of this. If somebody wanted to sell off a kidney to another person and they were like, I want to do this. I'm okay with this. I'm not doing it because I'm so desperate that I'm about to financially go under. I'm doing it because this is my decision as an adult and I want to make a little money off it. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But when you look at it, it doesn't mean it's not morally wrong, right? Just because it's not illegal or shouldn't be illegal doesn't mean it's not morally wrong or something that should be critiqued to a certain extent.
Wait, are you saying like having a surrogate like that in her position is morally wrong?
I think if you are a wealthy person and you are paying somebody else because you don't want to go through the pains of childbirth or labor, but you don't mind that the person you're paying is going through that, I think that's a moral wrong, yes. I think surrogacy is for people who are doing it because that's the route that they have to go to get to the end goal of getting a child. And, that's the way I see this. If you have a different opinion on it, let me know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, record a dispatch right now. Alan does. He says, there is nothing wrong with this at all. Nothing weird, nothing wrong about rich ladies paying poor ladies to do the birthing process for them. Arya Shadowblade says, I'm mixed with this because I don't give an F what other people do with their lives, but at the same time, it's kind of a slap in the face because she just doesn't want to take advantage of what she has herself when other people are out there struggling just to have one child.
There's never going to be a way of getting everybody to forgive Paris Hilton for this because what they're hearing is, I don't want to do it myself because it's icky.
Yeah.
Because
it's
what she decided to tell the public.
Yeah.
There also could be many reasons that she did not tell the public. And it's nobody's business.
Why would she tell the public that and not
Because all of a sudden she has a baby. And for some reason, everyone needs to know where this baby came from. And then she feels the need to say that it's via surrogate.
Yeah, well, she's going to have to say it was via surrogate.
She had her first child 2 years ago. That makes her 40 years old. That also makes her a very high-risk pregnancy. So I could see very much so how at 40 years old, she wants to use a surrogate whose body, according to medical professionals, is prepared for that.
But she specifically said her reasoning why wasn't because of any of these other things. She specifically said it was because she was scared, she was freaked out when she saw childbirth. That was the reason for her doing this. That's where I take some exception. And if it was an actual medical reason, you can't hide behind yes, she said this, but maybe she's got some secret medical issue that is the true cause of this. If she had that, she could just go, look, the only way I could get to this outcome was to go through a surrogate, so I'm very glad that I had the opportunity to do so. Nobody would ask any more questions, or if they would have, she could have brushed them off. All of that sounds better, to me at least, than what she said. All right, we're going to go to...
you feel differently because you were saying, you think it's a little weird or, in your opinion... morally kind of wrong for it to be like a rich woman paying a poor woman. Would it be less unokay if it was like a rich woman paying a rich woman to carry the baby?
Yes.
Yeah,
it would be. Yeah. It would drastically change the.
Because there's not like a financial power dynamic there.
Yes. Yeah. The other person isn't doing it because they need the money. And the other person isn't doing it for, like, if you take the financial portion out of it entirely, I think that changes the dynamic in a very big way. But if the person who was doing it was well off, fine, and was just like, hey, friend to friend, here we go, I'll step up for you. I think it would change a lot of things. Let's go over to your dispatches and see what you got on your mind. A lot of people talking about this sexy domination thing for whatever reason. And here
I want to do it. I want to do the one with the bank account stuff.
Same.
Where I just get to drag the money into my account.
Yeah. You want to be on that side of it, right?
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody that would be into that.
It's amazing to me that somebody would want to be on the other side, but I guess because I don't have that fetish, I'm not understanding the drive that these guys are having. It's just like the guys who will pay women, and not some small amount of money. Whenever we see the receipts that Danielle Bergoli, the Catch Me Outside girl, whenever she posts her Instagram receipts, sometimes half or more than half of the money comes from guys who want to message her just to get a response out of her, right? That's the guy who's like willing to pay for a conversation that's probably not even with her, right? That's another thing entirely. Here's Kyle talking about that.
Hey, what's going on, News Junkies?
Hey, Kyle.
So y'all were talking about the financial domination and stuff like that. I used to have a friend who was doing that, but she was doing the one where she would just like literally talk crap to these super uber rich guys, and they would pay her thousands of dollars just to straight up talk trash to them and just beat them down. And she said almost all of them were like super rich, powerful men. I mean, maybe not like super famous or anything, but rich and powerful. She's like that they just wanted a break from the norm, which, I mean, yeah, as long as everyone's having fun, I don't give a damn.
Who cares? Yeah, I think you got to also understand that the dominatrix stuff selects for higher income people, because lower income people aren't going to spend money on something like that. In generally speaking, right? So it's going to select for people who have higher income because they're the ones who have the disposable money to toss at a dominatrix like that. But it still very much could be that somebody who's in a powerful position wants to be the person dominated for once instead of them doing it to everybody. Here's Bart versus Bill Gates. Did we do this one about The Rock for president yet? I don't think we did this one.
I don't know.
Hey guys, a little behind on the live stream, but y'all were talking about The Rock potentially running for president and if he had ever said anything. I don't know if he ever actually directly said that he was going to run for president, but his whole Rock TV show, the Young Rock show, that I'm pretty sure is canceled now.
Yeah.
The whole premise of that was in the future, The Rock was running for president and he was telling his childhood story to, I want to say Jimmy Woo, but I think that's just the character from WandaVision.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He was describing his whole childhood trying to become president in the future. Anyways, have a good show, guys.
I never saw that show, but I was aware of it at least. Christina on Twitch says, it's not my business a stranger uses a surrogate, just like it's not my business if a stranger has an abortion. Bigger picture, it does not impact my life in either way, and I should focus on my life instead. What I'm posing to you, though, is grab onto this, this perhaps example. What if it became a major trend that all of these wealthy women were like, we don't want to go through childbirth. We don't want to deal with that. It's trouble on our bodies and, medical risk for us. All the rich people are all going to hire poor people to give birth to these kids for us. And you see that at least with several of these very wealthy, rich celebrities. What if that was commonplace? Would you be okay with that? Because I wouldn't be okay with that. I think that starts to get real dystopian real fast. But let me know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and give us your thoughts. Oh my God, I didn't even get into the teacher. We got locked into this.
Giggity.
When we come back, we'll get into the teacher that just wanted to help and they wouldn't let her do it. What was this woman up to in a Texas school? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Carlos, you've never looked at a cat and just wanted to rub your face in it?
Now I've done that.
All right.
Now we're talking about specific cats.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
What's going on? I hope your Wednesday is going great. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays and incidents you should know about. The intersection is closed at Pine Hills Road and North Lane from all directions due to an incident. So take note of that blockage. Also, an incident reported Oak Ridge Road at the intersection of Texas Avenue and John Young Parkway southbound approaching the beach line. 2 left lanes are blocked. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy, Don. Now, that mortgage guy, Don, he's the president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage. He's the host of the Home Loans Radio Show, and most importantly, he is here for you. He has over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So, very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a human instead of like a number like all the other mortgage companies would. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and get a free fast quote review and hit the compare button. Don will review your quote today and see if you can get a better deal. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and work with an expert who has your best interest in mind. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
My name is John Clay Wolf, and I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, and I love to buy cars. And I love the system we built to buy your car. It is quick. It is fast. If you've got your license plate number, you can just go to GiveMeTheVin.com, stick it in there. 45 seconds, you're in and out. You'll have a number. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
'Tis the season to find incredible deals on a wide selection of auto parts, tires, and accessories. With Amazon Automotive, you can skip the store and the crowds and shop online. Find the parts and accessories you need to outfit your vehicle for winter or the perfect gift for the car lover in your life. At Amazon Automotive, you'll find everything from tires and OEM parts to car care, interior accessories, motor oil, and more. Shop top brands today at Amazon.com/automotive.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good? All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
During the Jeep Black Friday sale,
sales event. Get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator and Compass, exclude Sport. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude 4x4, Grand Cherokee L, and Grand Cherokee, excludes 4XE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Between global jihad, China, Russia, and our southern border, we are in for a long and protracted battle. You need to prepare for the worst. Protect your home, protect your family, and protect your investments. It's time to reach out to the Oxford Gold Group. They make it simple for whether you are buying more gold, diversifying your 401k, or buying gold for the first time. Call 833-995-GOLD or visit jessekellygold.com. That's jessekellygold.com.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
This one. I'll get to that teacher for real this time in just a moment.
No, you won't.
Jeff says, why does it matter, Sean, on the whole surrogate Paris Hilton thing? How does rich people paying poor to have their babies impact your life? We have gone from 0 to Handmaid's Tale light in like 20 seconds here. Like, this is like we're rapidly approaching the exact plot to The Handmaid's Tale. And you're like, why does any of this matter? Why is this an issue at all?
They didn't pay Handmaid's Tale.
Which is why I said Handmaid's Tale light. But that's what we're doing is we're having poor people do the actual labor of rich people who probably could do it themselves just because they have money to go that route. That's what we're looking at here. And it's not like what somebody else said. Some people, Angel says, some people just have a problem with everything a woman does with their body. This is about something she's not doing with her body, actually. This is about...
Okay, but another woman's doing it.
Yeah, sure. But what's happening here is there a power indifference between these two humans where it makes this so the one woman who's going through the work of labor and giving birth is like, I mean, that's why C-Lane said, what if the other person was rich? I would have so much less a problem with it if the person was like super financially stable. I just think there's some real brain dead takes around that. And there is like, I stand firmly on, if something doesn't impact me, I generally don't care. But that's not always the case, right? You can't always, well, that has no impact on your life. Why would you care about that? That's ridiculous. There are many, many things which are unfair, which are morally wrong and repugnant, that don't really truly have an impact on you and your personal life, but that you should still care about, right? Those things are still important. All right, we'll see what the other folks are saying about this with some dispatches in a moment. But there's a woman in Texas. She was just trying to teach the kids. That's all she was trying to do. And her name is, hang on, I'll find her name as we go through this. Officials at Texas. Oh my gosh,
you kicked her down the road so long you forgot her name?
I did, unfortunately.
Damn it.
They said officials at a Texas school district said they removed a woman who had been tasked with helping decide the sex curriculum at school after it was discovered that she'd been previously convicted of prostitution.
Oh.
All right?
Well,
previous being the key word, right?
Convicted.
They said we had no idea what was going on in her personal life. She was always very friendly and personable, which I love that. They're like, she was a prostitute and she was friendly and personable to me. Like all prostitutes must be monsters or something. An investigation found that Catcherside is her last name. She is still currently advertising herself as an escort, according to KDFW. A spokesperson for the district said the family of Ashley Ketcherside, this is the woman who wanted to teach the sex ed stuff, entered into the school district this year, and she was selected as part of the long-range facility planning committee. She also volunteered for some other committees, don't really matter. And then they said she was talking about some businesses that she owned. When they looked into the businesses, they couldn't really find any information to match up with her claims, so they looked into her background. And when they did a background check on Ashley Ketcherside, they found that under her maiden name of Ashley Villalobos in 2012 and 2016, she was convicted of prostitution. And so now they said she's going to be removed from this and they're going to get rid of this woman. And there's a couple of ways you could look at this, but
I'm curious how she got convicted or how she got caught to begin with. Was it a sting operation?
It could have been. So many of them are sting operations. I would say the vast majority of busts for this are sting operations because they go out and they get like, you know, you've seen it before. They show all the mug shots and stuff the next day.
And they love it. They're like, we got these criminals off the streets. And it's like, what were they doing?
There's always some sexy operation name, too.
Yeah, it's the same thing every time. Operation, your
kids have never been safer.
Operation Sex Town, whatever they name it. And then they call the stupid photos of these people.
Where do I sign up for Operation Sex Town?
It's a good place to be if you can get in.
Call my house on the weekends.
So Ketcherside, this woman who was trying to do this, I could posit an argument, and you'd probably at this one just like Chat did to the last one. I could posit an argument that I stand by that the best person, the person who is best equipped for the job should get the job, right?
Okay.
What kind of job?
If her job is to teach sexual education at the school or to work on the curriculum, does that woman not have a solid claim to expertise in the world of sex if she was a prostitute? I think this is somebody who can claim they have far more experience than whoever else is on this panel of people who is deciding what goes into the schools and what they learn for sex ed. I guess there's like a weird thing here where they think, oh, we can't let the prostitute in the school. She's going to corrupt all the children.
I think what's a little sideways about this is this time, first of all, she's not a teacher. She's just a mom.
Yeah, she's coming up with a curriculum because she's on the board. She's not actually a teacher in the classroom.
And she's not actually student-facing at all. Like, I mean, she's a mom, so her children are students, and I'm sure she comes across some other students, but
she's not wandering the hallways. She's not mingling with the kids.
Hey,
none of that is happening. And so what are they saying here? If anybody was ever convicted of prostitution, you're not allowed to be on this board?
I mean, it's probably just a crime in general.
Well, let's run background checks on everybody else on the board then. Make sure nobody else was convicted of any crimes.
Decent idea.
Because they didn't do that before she was hired. They only did it after some things didn't line up for her. I'm not saying that this is a great idea to hire her. I'm saying if you're looking for an expert in the topic of sex, this is a woman who's an expert. She's worked it for a while, at least since 2012. 11 years experience in doing this.
She's been busted twice for her side hustle before serving on a council that recommends appropriate grade levels and methods for human sexuality instruction. It doesn't even seem like a council that needs to meet that often.
No.
We get together, we recommend what age, we give our arguments why maybe this age is too young, or maybe this age is too young, and then go on your day.
This is a bi-monthly Zoom meeting at best. That's what we've got here.
I even think bi-monthly is too much.
I guess they found out that they didn't like what she was all about. And Crazy Drunk Cat Lady said, to be fair, she wasn't honest about her business. That's fair. That's totally fair. If you lie on your resume, I think that's a fair thing to go after somebody for. However, I would also say, if I hired somebody and they were an amazing employee, and they were really just doing above and beyond what I ever could have expected from them, and then it comes down on me, somebody tips me off or whatever, that they lied about their resume to me and that they didn't really go to this college or didn't really own this business, I probably wouldn't care, because I'd say the job is getting done. The person's doing a good job. It's a shame that there's the gatekeeping of the resume and your experience, and I wouldn't have just known that this person was good at it. However, I get it. I understand it. But she might be the best person for the job. She's got the background, the knowledge, and all of that stuff. There she is. We finally got to hear about her on the show today here. And now we're going to hear about you and see what you got going on in your world. Lots of dispatches coming in today, and we want to hear from, we want yours to come through the News Junkie app or the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Here is Cooch, who's talking about Santa Claus for some reason. We're real close to December, though.
Ho, 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 ho. Santa here.
Hey.
I'm going to be at the Sam's Club, 1101 Reinhardt Road in Sanford from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. tonight. Please come out and see me. Santa Claus is coming. No, wait. I'm already in town. Ho, ho, ho,
Yeah, he's Santa Claus for the holidays.
I did not know Cooch moonlighted as a Santa Claus.
Yeah, better not be a black Santa. That really triggers people. That gets them fired off.
Unless it's the people that are specifically requesting black Santa.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. So the time and place for that, I guess. Here's Man Kickin' with a dispatch.
I'm sexy, and I need dominated. Pick me, Sean, for Fritz on the street.
Oh, did I already pick somebody? No, I didn't pick the person from the email earlier, technically. I just
But he wants
said
you to dominate him, too.
I don't want to dominate him. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to dominate Fritz on the street.
Well, that's the thing. He wants to feel dominated by picking a loser for Fritz on the street, so...
You know what? I'm picking him then. In that case, Man Kicking, all right, I'll pick you up. Let me write you down here. Man Kicking. All right, I got you. One more for now. Here's Kyle Ren Solo.
Hey, what's going on, News Junkie?
Hey.
So y'all were talking about the financial domination and stuff like that. I used to have a friend who was doing that, but she was doing the one where she would just like literally talk crap to these super uber rich guys, and they would pay her thousands of dollars just to straight up talk trash to them and just beat them down.
That's
what
what's
she
up.
said. Almost all of them.
Oh, we already heard this one. We heard this before. Thanks, Kyle Ren, for the second time.
Which I think, like with the trash talking and the beating down talk is a little extreme. But at the very least, I kind of consider the sugar daddy thing to be a financial domination.
Yeah, it is, actually. I mean, it is. It's not as strong and obvious of one as, like, the financial domination that we were talking about here. But I would say, I would agree. I would think that was like a milder form of it that some people are into, I guess. An update on a story we discussed yesterday on the show. Remember that Palm Beach County teacher who seemed to have a little bit of a problem keeping his temper in control?
Yeah, didn't he get arrested like 3 times?
Yep, 3 times in the past week and a half. And Hawazin Wright, 43 years old, is now officially on administrative leave as they look into what he's been up to.
You have to look into. It's on his record.
Yeah, he's got some problems here. Far bigger to me problems than the former prostitute stuff, or maybe even current prostitute. Since mid-November, Wright has been accused of making harassing phone calls to a woman he was dating, aggravated assault in downtown West Palm Beach, drug possession, and interrupting a pro-Palestinian rally while he carried a concealed knife, which I don't understand where he was at on that pro-Palestinian rally, because he told the other woman he was going to punch her Jew face. So
that was his ex, I believe, right?
Maybe he's just against everybody. Yeah, it's the one he's been texting nonstop. So finally, we learned that he is now officially on administrative leave, which makes a whole bunch of sense. He's been instructed to cease and desist from communicating with any students in May until being cleared to return to regular assigned work duties. So they're looking into all of this stuff. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Damn it. 3, 2, and what's coming up on the next episode? For God so loved the world, he gave his son. However, he apparently did not give permission to use his house for sexy Sabrina videos. Britney's back, baby, and this time with some Britney balloons. And finally, you can get your lotion and tissues ready because Lifetime is about to make your holiday movie night steamy, hot, with sex stuff. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-60s. Sun is shining bright, unlike yesterday. And we do have chilly wake-up temperatures for your Thursday as well. But each and every day, we are going to be seeing warming temperatures. If you can believe it, we'll be back to the 80s by this weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly. Sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there is no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
So we no longer have our blue check mark.
Actually, it was a white check mark surrounded by blue.
Don't be that guy.
Okay.
We're still at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total.
It's happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Hello to our friend Fritz, who joins us back at the studio for Fritz on the Street shortly here on the show.
Oh, you guys, I just saw a picture of Fritz.
What do you mean? What'd you see?
Very young Fritz.
Oh, what age are we talking about?
Do you know what I'm talking about, Fritz?
No. Am I wearing lederhosen?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't in the old country.
No. It was something I'll send it to you so you know what I'm talking about. It's
Like
adorable.
someone sent it to you as a message, or it was a post?
No, somebody posted it on Facebook.
Oh, Fritzy.
Oh,
We'll check out that at some point. All right.
Are you saying Fritz's mom is hottie?
What?
Is it hottie with a back?
How'd you
Anyways.
make that stretch?
Well, because you go check out Fritz's mom.
No, I said it might have been his mom. I don't know who exactly posted it.
Well, I take back everything I said. Do we have enough time to dump that?
Let's go into it here. Here we go. Let's
Sorry,
do the
Fritz.
next. Boy, this has gotten really awkward. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Well, what if we just said super cool guy instead of sex offender?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Thank you, Sean.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgagguydon.com, and of course, the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, then get the process started with an expert and a friend that you can trust by going to thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
It was 43 years ago, 1980. This song right here peaked at number 36 on the pop singles chart.
Turning
Japanese.
The Vapors.
That is right.
Damn it. The Vapors suck it, C-Lane.
The Vapors
Why,
is
because
right.
you said it faster than me? Nobody asked the artist.
Both you guys get points. It's okay.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm sorry you're in third place as of that last question.
I just said That's all I said.
Now we can get an extra point in if you
It's
know.
about masturbating points.
That is correct.
Of course you would know that.
It's full contact on the show today, huh?
And it was apparently when it came to the inspiration to the song, it said that those were saying that turning Japanese is a euphemism for self-love because it's a description of the face one makes when you are climaxing.
Man.
Has anyone asked the Japanese people if that's offensive?
I don't know if
seems
they've
a
thought about
little,
I don't know if it's as offensive as the
the whole thing,
Yeah, that part might be a little more.
Hey, but everyone loves sex, and finally, Lifetime is jumping on the sexy train. Choo choo. They have just announced, hope you're on your seats, but you just need the edge of it, as the saying goes. Lifetime will be premiering for the first time ever a sex scene in one of their holiday movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Danny.
Are we talking softcore or hardcore?
I imagine very soft, like you don't see anything whatsoever, but they're going to insinuate.
Technically, they could show some skin if they wanted to, because it's cable.
It is, but they've never done anything along those lines. Just murder.
If they did it, they'd probably have some advertiser issues, I think.
But yeah, sex scene, but all that changes. It's going to be on December 9th with a cowboy Christmas romance. Yeehaw! Stars Jana Kramer and Adam Seen, who do all the deeds, and they get holly, and jolly goes everywhere as they make their way to discovering the true meaning of Christmas, which apparently is sex. It's nothing too crazy. Jana, the star, says, obviously it's still Lifetime, it's still family, but it was pushing limits there too. So get ready, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But the limits were truly pushed back in the day, and why this tidbit is just coming out now about this show right here.
Price is Right.
No.
Family Feud.
Family Feud is right. I'll give Sean the point because I couldn't hear who said it before that. And Richard Dawson, we've heard about him. He was the host who always liked to kiss people on the lips.
The smoocher.
He was the host from 1976 to 1985. And now we know that all the female contestants that got kissed on the lips had to have an STD test prior to. So you knew ahead of time that he was going to lay it on ya. I guess both male and female contestants were ordered to undergo a mouth test for the herpes. The policy began because people actually complained about the kissing on the show and the many diseases that could result. And instead of, stopping the host, they said, well, fine, we'll give you guys tests.
Hey, they did a
for
vote
herpes.
on that. People wanted to see the kissing. The vote
They did the
was-
vote on camera. There was a lot of pressure there.
Also, one thing I wanted to say, a couple of questions real quick. I saw a story the other day about this woman who was complaining. She had a newborn baby, and she said that she had to yell at her mother and tell her mother she could maybe never see her grandchild ever again because her mother gave the baby a kiss, and she said that the mother has herpes. Ooh. And so when you have like herpes in your mouth and genital herpes are two very different things.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right?
And like herpes in your mouth, if you ever have a cold sore, doesn't that mean, isn't this like
That's a
almost
strain
everybody
of
has
herpes.
this?
Yeah, that's simplex 1, I believe. Simplex 2 is genital.
But you could also have the reoccurring sexually transmitted herpes on your mouth because you met someone's genitals with them.
So you could get both types of herpes in your mouth?
Yeah, and then you also get it in your throat, too.
We need to
Because I never remember this being a thing. Like when somebody had a kid, I've never remembered anybody going like, "Oh, do you have like oral herpes? Don't go around kissing my child's head or something."
From what I understand, though, it's during the outbreak times where it's the most spreadable. So if mom's giving the kid a kiss, but there's no open sores, kid should be fine. But I can understand as a mom being a little preventative.
If somebody knows more about that, a doctor or somebody, give us a dispatch to explain what's going on there.
Label it herpes info, please. And
front of the line.
While we are here talking about STDs, let's talk about the main character of this most recent show. It's the only one that's on.
Bachelor in Paradise.
No, the other one.
Bachelorette in Paradise.
The one we love.
Golden Bachelor. Golden Bachelor.
Golden Bachelor is right. We find out this week who Jerry the geriatric is going to marry. But we also found out not too long ago that Jerry Turner had no idea what an STD test was or how it worked, because apparently the first one he ever had in his life was before he started the show.
Oh, God.
Did you know
What if
that?
they found just like a giant list of STDs that dude
Jerry,
had
we
racked up?
can't do this. I mean, you have STDs that don't even exist anymore.
Jerry, your STDs have STDs. We're going to have to send you home.
So he was traveling with an old girlfriend, he says, and we were just friends, and I got a call from ABC wanting me to initiate the process of going to get an STD test, he said, at 72 years old. Now, this may have been my very first STD test, and he had no idea what was going to happen. He thought that they did it through your eye.
Through your eye?
Yeah, he goes, oh, then I'll have to go to a place, and he says they were going to look through the iris of his eye, take a urine sample or a blood sample. I had no idea. I did not know.
I have more questions now.
I
Damn
don't
it.
believe that there's an
Okay.
STD test of the eye.
STD tests, you can do them through your blood.
Blood and
or
urine.
Your
Yeah.
urine, but isn't
then
there
you
also
s-
another
you
one
can swab.
where you take a Q-tip and the Q-tip goes in,
They don't do that anymore, I don't believe.
They do for women. Your OBGYN will, with the old schmear, also take that panel and run all the STDs.
They used to do that for guys too, though. I guess.
Oh,
see what I'm
like
saying?
right
They don't do it
there
anymore.
in
Yeah,
the-
like a dunk.
Wow.
My old doctor, when I was like getting blood work done, and I was like, do the whole thing, throw the STD test on there, and he goes, yeah, no problem. It's not as bad as it used to be. And he was telling me like a story about when he was like an intern doctor or whatever your pre-doctor, before you're a real doctor.
Sure.
And he's like, I spent all day one just like, take out your penis, let me swab it. Take out your penis, let me swab it. Over and over and over again.
Eventually get used to it. Chimney. Well, I guess I think it's safe to say that he did not have any STDs, but just for future reference, if you haven't had one yet, it's not through your eye, and you should get one immediately. This gal right here, she is back, baby, and this time with boobs.
Britney Spears.
Britney is right. You gotta pull this up. The bizarre Instagram videos are back, and this time she filmed herself with some strange faces, and at some point showing off her bare breasts.
Another question.
Yeah, what up?
Why is her Instagram Maria River Wet Red? What does that mean? Do you know?
Wait, what are you talking about? Like the title of it now?
Yeah, Britney Spears.
As of this morning, then, because last night it said Britney Spears.
Well, no, it says Britney Spears is like her handle, like at Britney Spears, but then for her name, she put Maria River Red. I just don't know what that means.
Maybe she's on her period?
Could be.
So at the end of the short clip of her just kind of talking in a childlike voice saying good morning, and by the way, her teeth have changed so much, like to the point where I had a moment there with the conspiracy theorists, like maybe this is Britney's clone.
It's like a Madonna kind of look she has. I have it in front of me. Can I play this, or is this going to be...
I mean, streamers be cool about it.
All right, here it is. Oh, you can't see any actual
Not yet. It's at the end of the clip.
All right, if it's at the end of the clip, I'm not showing that part. But she's just topless. She got her hands over her boobs. I've seen that like 100 times in her Instagram.
Right.
So
I guess at the end of this one, she gives a glimpse of her actually exposed breasts. She's only wearing a black necklace between the sheets, so everything's looking good. 'Tis the season, minus the S, add a T.
And she has 42 million followers, for God's sake.
And this guy right here, at least one of the members.
Sorry for killing your and finally.
Outcast. Outcast is right, and Andre 3000 has now made Billboard history by having the longest song to land on the Hot 100.
Suck it, Tool.
That's his song, I swear. Record was previously held by Tool, of course, which that song was 10 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Whew.
And now Andre 3000 has the record on the boob tube. We got the 91st, to be exact, annual Christmas in Rockefeller Center, my friends. We also have the Masked Singer on Fox. I don't know why Outkast stopped playing. And you can also catch Christmas at Graceland on NBC. Eddie Murphy will be on Kimmel, and you follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. But most importantly, stay with me, man.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, Fritz on the street. The showdown is on. We'll all battle it out, and we'll represent one of you apiece. If we win, you win. You get your hands on that Fritz magnet for Game of Magnets. It is going down with Fritz on the street. All three of us back at it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Rolling Stones are coming to Orlando in June 2024. But all this week, the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them. Tickets to the Rolling Stones all this week on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope your Wednesday is going great. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays and incidents you should know about. The intersection is closed at Pine Hills Road and North Lane from all directions due to an incident. So take note of that blockage. Also, an incident reported. Oak Ridge Road at the intersection of Texas Avenue and John Young Parkway southbound approaching the beach line. 2 left lanes are blocked. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. shopblindster.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-374-2103. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-374-2103 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103.
Making money from an investment feels good, but investing in people with the Solo Funds app feels even better. Solo Funds lets you put your unused capital to work, earning a profit for you while you're helping others. As a part of the Solo community, you fund emergency loans to other Solo members, allowing for a financial outcome that works for both of you, making a social impact and a return on your money. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
During the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles, 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator and Compass, exclude Sport. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude 4x4, Grand Cherokee L and Grand Cherokee, excludes 4XE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were auto buy. But thanks to the Terminator and auto buy, I received the max. Visit WePayTheMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA. Do you know early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a game changer when it comes to, in terms of treatment and outcome? Detecting these diseases early in stages, early stages, can improve the chances of success in your treatment, even save lives. Now, we've had a great response with Life Imaging FLA. I've been talking about it all through the last month, and we were doing the free heart scans. Well, for every 10 free heart scans that we did, we found that there was people that were actually nervous. Early detection is not something to be feared. Just like anything else, if you catch it early, they can work on this problem, and treatments and options are so much better chances for success when you get early detection. Call Life Imaging FLA. There's minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, so give them a call by dialing pound 250, pound 250, say the keywords free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. It's free heart scan. Just go pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. Early detection, save lives. It's Life Imaging FLA. When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
As a military dad, I'll admit my first deployment didn't go great for my kids. I wasn't ready. So every time I'm gone, I just focus on doing small things better. I schedule video calls during their dinner so we can still eat together. I read books they're reading so we can talk about them. I send them an email every day. It just takes a little effort. But it's worth it, guys.
Dads, duty matters in and out of uniform. So choose to be a father first today.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
Radio in just a moment. Don't forget, if you miss any of the show, go to thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you can get the podcast. You can also learn about the show, learn about secret shows, uncensored special shows that you can get in on over on thenewsjunkie.com. And, of course, join us with the Dispatch. And every time I hear a new name, I'm always happy about that. So hopefully yours is next. All right, let's get ready here. Well, Fritz, are you ready? That's the most important question.
Yes. Are we going to do who you guys are playing for?
Well, let's do that before so you can be ready. I'm going to play for Man Kickin' because that's who I said earlier. I'll play for Man Kickin', and if I win, that means Man Kickin' gets the Fritz magnet for Game of Magnets. What about you, Sabrina?
I'm going to go with Anise, Anise.
Anise the Beast.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said in the message on Instagram.
All right. Anise for Sabrina. What about you, C-Lane?
I'm playing for David Junkonian, who reached out and asked for that.
Okay. David Junkonian.
I don't remember where he reached out from, so email? No, it was a dispatch.
Yeah, it was on a dispatch earlier in the show. All right, Fritz, you ready?
Hell yeah.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean.
Fritz, it's good to see you.
Hey, Fritzy.
Hey,
good to be
Fritz.
seen. Hello. Fritz on the Street is sponsored by Mo DeWitt, injured on the go. Just call Mo, 866-CALL-MO. That number, 866-CALL-MO. In first place on Fritz on the Street with 380 points, that would be Mr. Christopher Lane.
Yes.
In second place with 354 points, Mr. Sean Wasson.
Oof.
And in third place, just 5 points removed with 349 points, that would be Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Okay.
So there's 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point opportunity.
All right. And you did for the trivia last night?
I did. I went to Cavo's Bar and Kitchen. Each Tuesday night, Fritz's Funhouse Trivia. Come out and play.
Nice.
Yeah. I think 10 participants, and then I went to Indies, little Indies afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a birthday party. So if you think you know it, chime in.
It's your birthday?
Nope.
It was Dan's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Yeah, there you go. If you think you know it, chime in, and away we go. Question number 1. On Tuesday, 41 miners were rescued after... Sean?
Oh, son of a bitch. I had this story. Is it Chile?
That is incorrect.
God damn.
On Tuesday, 41 miners were rescued after a partial collapse in which South Asian country?
C-Lane. South Asian.
Oh, yeah.
The
big SA.
Vietnam.
That is incorrect.
I feel like I'm going to say something that's not in South Asia. Sabrina? Taiwan.
That would be India.
I almost said India.
C-Lane, you are in first place. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said India? Pretty amazing. They were all rescued.
I'm going to say 3.
3.
2.
2 for Sabby.
I'll keep it going with a 1.
And 1 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 1, 2, and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, someone's getting 2 points.
On Tuesday, 41 miners were rescued after a partial collapse in which South Asian country?
China, Vietnam,
India,
Laos, Indonesia,
China, Philippines,
India.
All right. That would be 2. That means Sabrina is picking up 2 points, getting it right on the money, and C-Lane and Sean with a guess of 3 and 1, picking up 1 point each. We move on now to question number 2. What legendary record label was founded by Sam Phillips in Sabrina?
Sun Studio.
Sun Records, Sun Studios, that is correct. Nicely done. Full question. What legendary record label was founded by Sam Phillips in 1952? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Sun?
5.
5.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
1.
And 1 for Sean. Question 2. With answers of 1, 2, and 5.
What legendary record label was founded by Sam Phillips in 1952?
Sun
Records.
Sun Records. Motown? Pass. Atlantic?
Sun Records. Don't know.
That would
Damn
be
it.
4. Sabrina with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. We'll move on to question number 3. Which former First Lady passed away? Sabrina?
Rosalind Carter.
That is correct. Which former First Lady passed away last week at the age of 96? 96 years young. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Carter or Rosalind Carter?
Oh. 7.
7.
8.
8 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Which former First Lady passed away last week at the age of 96?
I don't know that one. Rosalind Carter.
Rosalind Carter.
Last name Carter.
Betty Ford? I have no idea. Who was it?
Carter. Carter.
I want to say Roosevelt, but I feel like that's really wrong.
That would be 5. Sean with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
That's disappointing.
Coming up next is question 4. That's the halfway point on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I'll tell you so far who is leading on the day. Question 4 goes like this. Speaking of presidents, who was the first U.S. president to be assassinated? C-Lane.
First to be assassinated.
That's the question.
Abraham Lincoln.
That is correct.
All right.
Nicely
Thank
done.
God.
C-Lane, out of 8, thank God he was killed?
No. I just doubled my points with that bonus point there.
Damn, he's anti-Abe Lincoln. This is a tough stance to take.
No, I'm not. I am not anti-Abe Lincoln.
Pro Wilkes Booth, huh?
No.
Pro Booth over here. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Abraham Lincoln?
Are they going to do that? 7.
7.
8.
8 for Sabby.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 6, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Ooh, who's picking up 2 points?
Who was the first U.S. president to be assassinated?
McKinley? Lincoln? It was Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln? Grover Cleveland. No, Abraham Lincoln.
I want to say Abraham Lincoln, but I feel like that's wrong. Really?
I don't know the name. Lincoln. Nope. Lincoln?
That would be 6.
Yes.
That means Sean is picking up 2 points on that one, and C-Lane with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Halfway through Fritz on the Street, 4 down, 4 to go. In first place with 5 points, we have Sabrina Ambra / Anise. In second place with 4 points, we have Sean Wasson / Man Kickin'. That's a great name. And in third place with 3 points, C-Lane / David.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, buddy.
Moving on now to question 5. Far-right candidate Javier Milei was elected. Sean?
Argentina.
Argentina is correct.
She.
Far-right candidate Javier Milei was elected president in which South American country? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Argentina? It means silver.
He's a wild man, that guy.
Yeah, he is. He kind of looks like Trump, too. It's weird.
He's got his head of hair is way better.
Yeah.
It's like it's thick Elvis hair.
And real?
4.
4 for Sean.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
2.
And 2 for C-Lane. Question 5 with answers of 2 and 4.
Far-right candidate Javier Milei was elected president in which South American country?
Bolivia.
Argentina? I don't know. Belize?
Couldn't tell ya. Argentina.
Brazil?
Argentina.
That's 3.
Son of a... Almost shot it.
That means everyone's picking up a point. Sabrina and C-Lane with a guess of 2, picking up 1 point, and Sean with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point. We move on to question 6 with 3 remaining. Who played the role of Tracy?
What was that?
I just threw my phone for no reason.
Just hear like a clank clank.
That is my bad.
Who played the role of Tracy Jordan on the TV show
Sean.
C-Lane?
That would be Tracy Morgan.
That is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Tracy Morgan? I just always hear him screaming in my head, I'm going to get you pregnant.
That whole first row pregnant. Damn it. 7.
7.
Sean?
6.
6 for Sean.
5.
And 5 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, who knows of Tracy Morgan?
Who played the role of Tracy Jordan on the TV show 30 Rock?
Amy Peeler?
Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Oh, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, baby.
C-Lane hits a 3-pointer on that one.
What did I say? Amy? Did he say Amy Peeler?
Yeah, I think he did.
God almighty.
Lost bananas.
C-Lane's picking up 2 additional points on that one, and Sean with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point. Going on now to question 7. Recently, Major League Baseball approved the moving of the Oakland A's to which U.S. city? Sabrina?
That would be the great state of...
city.
City of...
You get a little help there.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't name Oakland City.
That is incorrect. They're moving Oakland to Oakland.
Yep.
Sean? Los Angeles.
That is incorrect.
The Oakland A's?
The Oakland A's are moving to which U.S. city?
Athletics. That would be C-Lane, San Diego.
That would be Las Vegas.
Vegas is scooping up all the sports.
Yep, they have the Raiders. Now they have the Athletics. C-Lane, you got question 6 right. We'll start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Las Vegas?
4.
3.
3 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
Recently, Major League Baseball approved the moving of the Oakland A's to which U.S. city?
Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Not Vegas. Is it Vegas?
Las Vegas. I don't know that. I'm going to guess Las Vegas.
Oakland to Las Vegas?
Wow.
Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
That is 8 of 8. So no additional points awarded on that
sports.
one. We move on now to the last question, question 8. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place, we have a tie, 7 points each. C-Lane/David and Sean/Man Kickens, 7 points each. In third place with 6 points, Sabrina Ambrose/Anise.
It's close.
It's anyone's game. And this one will decide it all. Question 8. What is the capital of Louisiana? C-Lane.
Louisiana.
The big L.
It kind of looks like an L, too, doesn't it?
Louisiana does. Huh?
Wait, who's guessing here?
C-Lane.
I am.
Okay.
Louisiana.
You're really stalling right now.
4.
You don't get to count down. Nobody counts down
I
for
can
you.
count if I want. 3.
3.
That doesn't mean anything. New Orleans.
That is incorrect.
Sabrina. Lafayette.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Sean.
Sean.
Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge is correct.
Yeah.
Sean is now in the lead by 1 point. Sean, out of 8 questions, or 8 answers, sorry, how many do you think said Baton Rouge, which I guess means red stick?
Yes.
5.
5.
4.
4 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 8 with answers of 4, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's picking up additional points.
What is the capital of Louisiana?
Holy cow. No idea. Shoot. Drawing a blank. Can't think of it.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge.
It's not Nolans. I have no idea.
Come on.
Baton Rouge? Baton Rouge.
Damn it.
That would be 5. That means Sean is hitting
damn
a
it, I thought it was
three-pointer
me.
at the buzzer. And C-Lane and Sabrina with a guess of 4 and 6, each picking up 1 point. That means in first place with 10 points, Sean Wasson / Man Kicking. In second place with 8 points, Christopher Lane / David. And in third place with 7 points, Sabrina / Anise. That means, as I do my math...
Oh, great. You get ready for C-Lane to be all giddy over there.
That means...
Just smug.
In first place, and still leading, Fritz on the Street with 388 points. That would be C-Lane. In second place with 364 points. That would be Sean Wasson. And in third place with 356 points, that would be Sabrina Ambra, and that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz!
Thanks, Fritzy.
Baton Rouge, Red Stick. What do you think the story behind that is?
Some dog.
Yeah,
that was aroused.
Red Rocket.
That sounds like a weird one, but it ended up being the capital, so it must be something to it at the very least. All right, Fritz on the Street, always a blast. Now here's what we need. We need Man Kickin' to email tips@thenewsjunkie.com with your address and your information. We'll get you all set up with the Fritz magnet. The stack of these is going real fast. And then we'll get another one. We'll have Fritz design a different version of this.
Oh, yes.
To keep the specialty Fritz on the Street magnets going. So email me tips@thenewsjunkie.com and we'll get you all set up with that. You can also follow Fritz. It's very easy to do. Go over to Instagram and you can put in no_regrets_coyote. And that's where you can find Fritz and everything he's up to, including when he's doing his trivia nights. Fritz's Funhouse Trivia is something you cannot miss. So follow him on Instagram, no_regrets_coyote right now. Quick break. Are you going to be hanging out with us, Fritz?
Could I? I have nothing else to do.
Yeah, awesome. Please. We'd love to have you.
Thank you.
How's the baseball season going? Is it over with?
Yeah, it's over. There's only a couple. There's like 6 weeks without baseball, so we're just waiting for it to kick back up.
What are the seasons that we're in
The
right
Oakland
now?
A's don't just move to Vegas in the middle of the season, Sean.
I don't know what happens with baseball.
Yeah, there was a
are
World
lot-
Series we talked about.
I know, but I don't even remember it now. There's a lot of games in baseball, and it's so easy to get lost in the just endless season that they have.
For sure.
I never know what's going on. So we got basketball going on right now, football, and is that it? Are those the things now? Soccer is almost done, right?
Soccer is, there's like the last of the
Done
finals.
for Orlando, right?
Oh, man. Holy cow. All right. Well, I'm just trying to keep all this on my radar. I'm trying to get a little better at sports. I'll never get good at sports.
Sean, we need you to start following one of the Florida baseball teams.
That'd
Yeah?
be nice.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can pick whoever. I'm not saying Tampa Bay Rays because I know Sabrina's a Miami Marlins fan.
Right.
I used to root for the Marlins.
Yeah, you should actually.
Yeah, I grew up in West Palm Beach for the most part of my younger years, so I rooted for the Marlins before. I remember partying. I've told the story on the air about that when they won the World Series and everybody was going nuts.
That's it. I'm buying you a jersey.
They were the Florida Marlins for the longest time, representing the entire state.
Yeah, and then when they won that World Series, I think we talked about this, but afterwards they celebrated by dismantling the entire team,
Right.
and then they sucked for like a decade after that.
As one does.
Wayne Huizenga.
I don't know what goes into running these teams. I just know I'm not cut out for it. I would think you won the World Series. You go, we locked it in, guys. This is great. That's like us getting a #1 ratings book, which, by the way, we always do.
Thank you.
A tiny little flex there for you. But it's like us getting a #1 ratings book and then going, all right, let's completely reshuffle the deck chairs. Let's get new people in on the show.
They've done that before, too.
Let's get some people out of here. Let's do this.
Let's have C-Lane host from now on.
Yeah, why would we do this? We showed that the team was working. That's why I don't understand sports. That and many other reasons. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll also talk about what's happening in China with this, whatever's going on with a lot of people getting sick and they're instituting mask mandates and stuff.
Great.
Should we be worried about it? Probably not. We're probably fine. I'm sure everything's okay.
Said that before.
I know, but we do have to talk about Matt Rife again. I can't believe this guy keeps working his way into the news. Now is getting weird, okay? The next thing with him is just a strange twist in the story, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, The Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them tickets to the Rolling Stones coming June 2024 to Camping World Stadium. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your Wednesday is going great. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays and incidents you should know about. The intersection is closed at Pine Hills Road and North Lane from all directions due to an incident. So take note of that blockage. Also, an incident reported Oak Ridge Road at the intersection of Texas Avenue and John Young Parkway southbound approaching the beach line. 2 left lanes are blocked. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
I'm John Clay Wolf, CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, and I love to buy cars. Tall ones, short ones, pretty ones, ugly ones, fat ones, skinny ones. We buy them all. We buy 1,000 cars a week. This holiday season, if you're looking to sell your car, truck, van, or SUV, exotic, or clunker, go to GiveMeTheVin.com because, as I said in the beginning, I love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Suddenly, you're stuck with an unexpected car repair expense. And just like that, you don't have enough cash to pay your rent. Now what? Download the Solo Funds app. As part of the Solo community, other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks and no title loans you can never pay back. At Solo Funds, our members come through for one another. We're Solo. Join us at solofunds.com.
During the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles, 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator and Compass, exclude Sport. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude 4x4, Grand Cherokee L and Grand Cherokee, excludes 4XE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar, solarsource.com/monsters.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself. And to celebrate, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase every Wednesday, now through December. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
It's getting weirder and weirder, man. But first, there's a couple that is super pissed off, and I don't know if you would be as well. But this couple lives in Stuart, Florida, and there's a new train around there. And it's the Brightline is what it's called. I've still never taken the Brightline.
Oh, you know what? They just, should I even say this right now?
What? What'd they do? What?
They have a special going out because my mom loves the Brightline.
She's number one fan.
Loves the Brightline. She took Miami to West Palm so many times, and now she is going to take the Miami to Orlando very soon. And I guess there's a special going on.
Oh, yeah. I'll say
50% off, something along those lines.
Yeah.
If you buy it like within the next 24 hours.
Oh, this
Sorry,
is going to be
podcast
worse.
listeners.
Yeah, this is going to be worse for this couple. And our friends in Rochester and Dallas and everywhere else, this is a new train, I guess, that they've built. And it's, I don't know if it's a high-speed train. Is it considered a high-speed train?
It's
fast.
Yeah,
because it's a quick train. We'll say that at the very least. And I have a couple of questions about this.
Faster than a normal-sized train.
Does anybody know if they had to build brand new tracks for this whole thing, or if they utilize tracks that another train uses?
I don't think so.
I think both.
Okay, because
I think that they had they attached some a stop off, as they call it, to maybe the Orlando International Airport, but I think it uses the same tracks as your Sunrail and your Amtrak.
Okay, because this couple is really, really big mad about the train going by their house.
Oh.
They said they hear 125 train horns a week.
Jeez.
And it's hard to sleep. It's hard to enjoy life outside. We'd like to be outside, might be sitting around a fire pit, enjoying time with our friends.
These are new tracks. These are brand new tracks.
All the tracks for Brightline are brand new.
No, I don't know about all of them. They're not shared with Sunrail or Amtrak, but I'm saying for these people to be so all of a sudden so mad about hearing 125, train whistles or whatever a week, that means that they had this land first, and
would
now
have to be.
Then this is a new inconvenience for them because we know plenty of people. Even Sean lived close enough to hear trains when you were at 55 West, and that was just something you knew going into it.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while, and even though it shakes the building and you hear the horns, I could sleep right through the night every single time. It never, ever, ever would wake me up. And I'm guessing that C-Lane is right, because if this couple bought a house right next to the train tracks, and then afterwards they're like, this is really irritating and inconvenient that the train keeps honking its horn when it goes by. We don't like that so much. That doesn't make sense, because they would have known that their house was right by the train tracks, and that's part of the deal. They said because of those train horns, nobody wants to go outside, so we're forced to be indoors.
Oh.
They said It's the frequency of it. It's been so frequent that it's affecting our enjoyment of peaceful living. And there was a reporter at their house, WPTV reporter Ethan Stein, heard at least 8 train horns during a 20-minute conversation they had with them. The house also...
It's not going by that often, is it?
That's what they said. They said 8 train horns during a 20-minute conversation, and the house shook as trains moved past their home. Deafening, they said. I'm going to have to get a hearing test. That's how loud it is. I just think that little kids are people walking downtown. Not a good time for them. So I'm not sure what led this to be worse. Like if it's new tracks, then they were used to nice, quiet neighborhood. And then all of a sudden now they got this. I could see how that would annoy you a little bit, or even a lot, actually. All right, over to the Matt Rife thing. Here's where we're at on this. He's the TikTok comedian who's exploded, and now people say he sucks. He's not actually funny. There's some people say, no, he's really great, and he's only getting famous because he's attractive. But there's all these stupid storylines about this guy. I think he's a just okay stand-up comedian who happens to do very well with his target demographic of 25 to 54-year-old women. Yeah, that's what I think this guy's like nailing it at. And it's hard to question that because he's making money. He's doing A-okay off of all of the stuff he has out there, ticket sales, all that. So the latest rift in this.
He seems like a dude bro, and that's what I think makes me hate him.
Yeah, just the style of it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the latest rift in this. There is a man who is a plastic surgeon in Chicago. And in front of me, I have like a screenshot of his TikTok, and I'll read it for you. It's the doctor like kind of putting his hand on his chin, and it says, the doctor's name is Many Faces of Chicago on TikTok. And it says, me, after creating the greatest jawline ever seen just for my patient to get canceled right after. Right? And he says, thanks a lot, bro. Laugh emoji, can you guess? And so you put this out there online to say, I created the greatest jawline ever seen. My patient just got canceled. Of course, there's been stories about Matt Rife out there. So Matt Rife commented on this, and he said, lying about medical history is illegal, just FYI. And
but I mean, it's kind of, you can compare the old pictures of Matt Rife to the new ones. It's very clear he got stuff done.
No, it's clear he got something done, and I think he's admitted to it, right? I think he's talked about this a little bit.
So.
Yeah, but can a plastic surgeon, this is the question I have, and this maybe is one for Mo. Can a plastic surgeon out their patients? Are they allowed to out their patients?
So, but is it different with cosmetic surgery versus like?
Yeah, I was going to say if a plastic surgeon could do that, then other surgeons could do that, right?
Well, if you have HIPAA rights with a more traditional doctor, wouldn't you still have HIPAA rights with a plastic surgeon?
But then again, this guy didn't call him out by name unless did he use Matt Rife and the hashtags?
That would be my legal argument for this. Exactly what Sabrina said. It's sort of like when we flew the banner and we didn't say Sabrina Ambra. It just said Sabrina. And so
that's what they argued about on HLN.
Yeah. So you could open it up to be like, that could be any Sabrina. That could be any person who's been canceled who has a great jawline, and that is even, that's in the eye of the beholder. So
he would probably counter. He'd say, yeah, but it was just recently in the news that I was having these issues, and then, I'm kind of known for having this.
Yeah, but in 2023, how many people you feel like you get a cancel every 2 weeks? Bi-weekly cancellation.
He's outed himself, essentially.
It does seem like a self-report.
Because he said lying about medical history is illegal, just FYI, on his official account.
Wait a minute, is he trying to be funny? Is that a joke? I don't know with Matt Rife. I don't
know. Everybody in the comments was speculating that it was him. Which, if he had any attorneys, they'd go. Everybody knew. They were able to read before any comment was made by our client. They were able to read into this. And they knew who he was talking about.
Exactly, but it could be just speculation, and that's all it lands on. I mean, all these blind item pages, they now have podcasts and Instagram accounts that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and so long as they don't name the actual person, it's just speculation at that point.
Well, here's what I'm saying, and I don't have the answer to this. I'm not pretending to, but what I'm saying, I'll try to put it as succinctly as I can. If he had attorneys, and the attorneys were going to sue this plastic surgeon, and he says that he was outed by this plastic surgeon because of this post, and his attorney said, look at the first 100 comments of this before Matt Rife ever commented, and every single one of them guessed this name, then couldn't they say that it was obvious to the person who he was referring to, legally speaking? Like, you weren't vague enough that not every single person knew exactly what was going on in the comments. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Would that be an inference, I guess, right?
Right. Like, if you're just so vague that it's like, hey, well, I didn't say it was you.
Right.
Fine. But if your audience picked up, like the general person would know what you're talking about.
Well, then you would have to know that there would have to be some reason that you knew that Matt Rife was his patient.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, how many plastic surgeons, cosmetic surgeons are there that could just get online right now? If it was like Dr. Miami and he just got on his Snapchat and go, oh, man, I just did this really good jawline, but I guess the guy got canceled, or I guess the person got canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't make that, even if a bunch of people do say it's Matt Rife.
I guess the question that I want to know most of all, though, is the one that we should put on the list, where it's like, can a plastic surgeon go, hey, I'm writing a tell-all book. I did Britney Spears had a boob job, and Christina Aguilera had a boob job, and I did all of them. And I did Pamela Anderson's boob job. Like, could they go out there and say all of that stuff?
Probably not. That seems HIPAA violating right there.
It does, yeah. It seems like they shouldn't be doing that. And even though he's doing this through vagaries and blind items, essentially, it still seems like, I don't know, he feels a little bad to me. Feels a little dirty, like he shouldn't have done that. There's a lot of people coming in the direction of Matt Rife. I should rephrase that. A lot of people coming after Matt Rife right now.
Matt Rife gets to go first?
Let's go over to one or two dispatches. Actually, you know what? We got to take a quick break. We got to stay on time here. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get that update on what's happening in China with this whole mystery outbreak thing. And we've got two amazing stories in jury duty. One with a human finger and another with a rebrand of a famous product. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 1041 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
The Magic will host Washington tonight. That'll open a two-game mini-series. Orlando will be shooting for an 8th straight win there. California authorities are now investigating claims that NBA player Josh Giddey had inappropriate relations with a minor. And college basketball's ACC-SEC challenge is now underway. Florida set to visit Wake Forest tonight, while Florida State entertains Georgia. I'm Scott Davidson.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free.
Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm
max.
I'm going to need itemized receipts for this. Is the budget for breakfast different from the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine. Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Rajamanar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring sonic and sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating. Then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY, lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Over the last 30 years, 8 million U.S. service members have returned home after serving our country around the world. The biggest challenge a returning vet faces is getting back to everyday life. And a key to that is personal wellness. iHeartRadio has teamed up with some of America's biggest veteran organizations and programs to create Show Your Stripes, a one-stop destination for veterans and their families to find the resources they need. If you're a veteran facing challenges, or if you're looking out for the well-being of a veteran you know, visit showyourstripes.org today.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
in quite some time. Lil Coochie Vert said Josh Giddey got 15 assists the other night. Don't believe me? Look it up. Josh Giddey 15. Josh Giddey's got some problems on his hands, apparently. This NBA player.
Oh, that's one with the minors. Huh?
Yeah. It was like some younger girl that he was hanging out with. And then there was a video that she posted online essentially saying, like, just had sex with Josh Giddey. And they're chasing this down. I don't know what's going to happen with the NBA and how they're going to respond to it just yet. I really don't know what's going on with that, but there was a lot of pressure. And they said, I might get these numbers a little bit wrong, but they're roundabout right. I think they said Josh Giddey may make $5 million a year playing in the NBA. But what's at risk is he has a deal as a spokesperson in Australia for this company, and it pays him $35 million a year.
For one company?
For this one company that he's a spokesperson for. See, like, Google Josh Giddey, Giddey, a spokesperson, and you'll see what the company I'm talking about, I'm sure. Because that's where he makes a ton of money, and that's where they think he could suffer the most here.
Sean, which team does he play for? Sorry.
He plays for the Thunder. And they said Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault was asked about a report prior to Tuesday's matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He said he's not going to comment on Josh Giddey's off-court situation. And he reaffirmed Giddey will be available for the game. So they said the Newport Beach Police Department is looking into this situation, and they are not going to comment on it, blah, blah, blah. Police are doing their due diligence on the recent troubling allegation surrounding Oklahoma City player Josh Giddey, with officials opening an inquiry into whether he had an inappropriate relationship with a minor.
What? That doesn't seem right. Oklahoma City Thunder guard Josh Giddey reportedly at risk of losing a lucrative deal with an Australian cereal brand called Wheat Bix.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
They have NBA players being the spokespeople or endorsing Australian brands.
Playing one player to that much money, like that cereal does that well.
I guess so. They said $35 million in the report that I read. If
I'm
that's
saying
accurate.
40.
Yeah, $40 million for a cereal brand. My God. I don't think our Wheaties guys get that much. He's 21 years old, and there was reports that he had an intimate relationship with a minor, and there's like a bunch of photos of it. So I'm going to hold judgment back until we see what the police say.
Is he from the U.S.?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, hold on. Maybe. Let's see.
That would make sense if he was Australian.
No, he's Australian. Yeah, 21-year-old Australian athlete. So maybe he kind of made a name for himself, and now he's their hero NBA player. So he's a bigger deal over there because he's a hometown boy in Australia than he maybe is here. I didn't know his name before this. Had you guys heard the name Josh Giddey before this?
Not at all. No.
I wasn't familiar, but here we are. I'm going to get into jury duty in just a moment here. But I am getting super excited, especially as I'm seeing the reviews rolling in. I can't believe I've become I'm on the verge of being a full-on Timothée Chalamet fan.
Yeah, I'm a big stan for Timmy Chalamet, as I call him.
I've just learned to say his name, so that's a big step. I'm heading in the right direction. But Wonka looks so good to me. When all of these
Third time's a charm.
Willy Wonka movies sucked. Yes, those ones, the Johnny Depp ones were
not
so
all of them, just
bad.
the Johnny Depp ones.
The Johnny Depp ones are the ones I'm talking about, the more recent ones. Obviously, I'm not talking about the Gene whatever his face is. He was a brilliant, fantastic. Gene Wilder was the greatest. They never should have redone it to begin with. But if they're going to do a prequel like this, doing it with Timothée Chalamet. Damn it, messed it up again.
You did so good the first time. I was like, man, he really is a Chalamet fan.
Timothée Chalamet, he really looks like he's doing a great job at this. And it's from Paddington and Paddington 2 filmmaker Paul King. What's going on with this guy? He's a sleeper, man. People would have thought Paddington and Paddington 2 would have been laughable.
They are the highest rated movies, I think, on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like 98 and 96.
Maybe I should watch them.
And they're actually, from what I understand, very enjoyable.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, like brilliantly done. And if you don't know anything about Paddington Bear or whatever, you just kind of scoff at the idea, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to a Paddington Bear movie. But this guy's so talented that he made Paddington Bear good. He made it into something where you go, oh, damn, I heard the second one will make you cry.
It almost makes you want to throw more IP that we just kind of forgot about or pushed to the side at Paul King that his name, Paul King?
Yeah.
To see if he can have the same effect that he had on Paddington.
Yeah, well, Paul, here's Curious George. What do you got for us?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be able to save that one. That might be too far gone. All right, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Saw Mo donating a whole bunch of bikes to the bike drive this morning. Good on him. He's always stepping up for the bike drive. Which used to be something we did at the end of the year, but we're trying to get our schedule all ironed out for 2024. Maybe we'll do some new events. Maybe we'll, revamp some old ones. Of course, we got Just Okay in March, but the end of our year was crazy, and things were suffering because of it. So that turned into more of a real.
So we
radio.
cleared it, and we're just gonna pour ourselves a drink with a tiny umbrella in it, and
that's right.
And get on the monsters because it was the coldest day of the year so far.
Ooh,
and I'd brought Angel my space heater because I heard about
it. Was
this.
your fault.
That brought down the show.
I just found out.
Oh no!
Jack looks at me and he's like, "What's that?" And I go, "It's my space heater. I let Angel use." And he's like, "Oh, you're the reason why they got knocked off the air."
Your space heater overpowered something.
Good space
and
heater.
The whole broadcast got knocked down because of that thing.
Sorry, monsters.
Yeah, I see people trying to give them a hard time, like they stole something. No, we have to Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. We had to reset our calendar, so you're going to be seeing some new stuff pop up in 2024, and a lot of stuff that we'll be able to tell you about in the new year. Things were too chaotic, and we had too much going on at once. So with the show growing like it is, you got to polish things, you got to make sure everything is done right, and this will help us do that. And I'm glad that they were able to raise those bikes this morning, thanks to Mo.
They did threaten at one point to just keep broadcasting until they got to the number of bikes they wanted, and that they were just going to hold the station hostage, and me, even though they didn't realize I'd already left. But Angel and Ryan were like, we're holding C-Lane here. We're just gonna stay on. Sorry, Sean. And then everybody was like, nah.
I thought that might happen anyways because I know there was internet problems, power problems, all kinds of weird problems this morning, just hitting everybody in the face. Anyhow, thanks to Mo. Long story short, we love him. He's a great guy and an even better attorney.
Yeah, Mo.
866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, and justcallmo.com. A woman is suing a salad chain. I'm not familiar with Chopped, which is like CHOP''T.
Oh, don't get me started on Chopped.
Uh-oh. They're no good?
No, I don't know.
A Greenwich, Connecticut woman is suing the fast casual salad chain Chopped after she says she discovered a portion of an employee's severed finger mixed into her meal.
Deja vu.
She said she realized she was chewing on a portion of a human finger that was mixed into her salad.
Oh, why's it got to be a finger?
Earlier that day, a manager at the store chopped a piece of her finger off while cutting arugula and left for the hospital. The contaminated arugula was left on the service line and served to customers, according to the lawsuit.
Gross.
So now this woman says she has injuries from eating the finger piece. She has severe and serious personal injuries, including shock, panic attacks, migraine, and the exacerbation of migraine, cognitive impairment.
You don't have panic attacks from finding a finger in your food.
Traumatic
or you
stress.
do, so you can get all that settlement money, dude.
Anxiety, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, neck and shoulder pain, all from the finger bite.
Nausea,
folks.
heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Sean would have the complete opposite. He would just be so happy. He finally got to taste flesh.
Yeah, does that dissuade you now, Sean, from trying to eat human flesh?
No, I don't think this.
No, he just pulled up Chopped on Uber Eats. It's
when I look at it, I think my brain goes exactly where C-Lane's went. Okay, C-Lane said, "Oh, that sounds like deja vu," and I wonder if they're going to take a hit in this case because previously there was a story about the people who found a finger in their Wendy's chili, and turned out they put the finger in the chili, and they traced the finger all the way back to the person where they got it from. And now people think, oh, you got a finger in your food? I've heard that before. And it almost gets laughed off like the hot coffee at McDonald's lawsuit. So that might play into how people digest that. But it sounds like she actually got a finger.
The hot coffee lawsuit was like they were trying to say that it was being over litigious. The finger is just people going, they're looking for a payday.
Yeah.
The people, the Wendy's people were. Now, this person is looking for a payday in a different way. because they 100% don't have panic attacks because they found a finger in their food.
But at least they actually encountered a random finger. At least they got that.
Okay,
Who hasn't?
is there something to say where, like, you get, like, maybe a bug near your ear and you spend the next, I don't know, 6 hours thinking that there's a bug on you? That could be the same when you find a finger in your food and you're like, does every food that I get that I don't cook my own have a finger in it?
This is what a lawyer has to do. They have to prove damages. So they just put a laundry list of things that they can go for. This is my favorite one of the day, real quick. Liquid Death. We've all heard of this. Liquid Death Water, a marketing success story. The success story like no other, rather. But Liquid Death, just water in a fancy rock and roll can. They have to rebrand one of their drinks. They had a drink called Armless Palmer that they were selling. Liquid Death was. And it was tea and lemonade, as you might imagine, in Arnold Palmer. But Arnold Palmer's estate was going to sue them. They said, look, Liquid Death, you can't have the Armless Palmer. This is a trademark violation. You can't come after, or we're going to come after you for doing this. And they said, okay, fine. We're going to launch it with a new name. So same great tea lemonade beverage. Now we're just going to call it Dead Billionaire. And
are you serious?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it now.
Amazing.
That is punk rock as hell, dude.
They just changed it from Armless Palmer to Dead Billionaire.
That's
and
awesome.
Said, let's see if you sue me now. All right, we got to run to break real quick. When we come back, I'll get to the China story. I know that sounds weird if it's out of context, but it's something we need to talk about. And we also got to get to this rapper who had a meet and beat for one unlucky fan. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Wednesday is going great so far, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, still a few reports of delays and incidents, including that one on Pine Hills Road just south of North Lane and the intersection of Oak Ridge Road at Texas Avenue. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but we're clear westbound, and right now north and southbound of the Turnpike is incident-free, as well as the Greenway, thankfully. No issues on the 408. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free. Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm going to
max.
need itemized receipts for this. Is the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab and go. Fine.
Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy-right-now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's rebathmidfla.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at rebathmidfla.com.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing.
the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 'Tis the season. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and our friends and family will gather. And as we look around, I want you to know a few things. You know, heart disease is a #1 killer here in America, and this time of year, believe it or not, is one of the worst times of year. Christmas Day is the #1 day for cardiac arrest in America, and the day after is #2, and New Year's Day is #3. So here's what I'm saying. Make sure your heart's in good shape. Get that free heart scan from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements, but that is a $699 value. The information it gives you is unbelievable. You'll be able to build a really good long-term health care plan with your primary care doctor, and this is what they do all the time. And it could not be easier to book your appointment and find out where you are in your health right now. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. You make that appointment and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align Bloating Relief plus food digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
During the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep brand vehicles, 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Gladiator and Compass, exclude Sport. 15% below MSRP eligible vehicles include Jeep Renegade, Compass Latitude 4x4, Grand Cherokee L and Grand Cherokee, excludes 4XE and Laredo. Not compatible with lease offers except for Gladiator or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11/30. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
emails. Eric says on the Brightline story that you were talking about, this is when this couple was just so upset that the train, that loud train, was just making so much noise outside their house. I think they said it was like 125 times a week they would hear the sounds of the train, wah, wah, you know, going by the house.
They can't put a muffler on those things?
I guess not. I think there's like legal requirements for the train to hit the horn when it gets near pedestrian crossings, or
there are places though where they are able to kind of bend those rules. Yeah, I know there's a place near here where I've gone, and if I go on a certain area, there'll be signs that say trains don't blow horns here. Because there's like too many apartment buildings like right nearby, even though I've been to other places where they're just as close.
So the train just goes through at full speed and doesn't have to do anything, so it doesn't annoy people as much. That's what they want. That's what that couple wants. But Eric says the tracks in Stewart have been there for decades. They were primarily used for cargo trains. Brightline leases the tracks from Florida East Coast Railroad, he said. So it sounds to me, if Eric is correct, like those people always lived next to the train tracks. They just lived
never
next to,
came by.
Yeah, they lived next to train tracks that weren't as often used, that were a little more dead than the ones they're next to right now. Before we get back over to you with your comments, your dispatches, we'll update you on this since I mentioned it earlier. China with this mystery illness that's making the rounds. I don't think, just for the record, that this is truly a mystery illness. It seems like they finally, after...
Well, it wasn't a mystery the first time either, Sean. It was a pandemic.
Thank you, C-Lane, for president.
Yeah, fair point. But they said that China, who just relaxed a lot of measures that were in place for COVID. Can you imagine that? My God.
No.
They're just now, after all these years, they relaxed these measures. And of course, eventually, once people get to go outside, start mingling with each other, having to wear masks in less places, you're going to have the inevitable spike of cases. This happened in every other place, in every other city, in every other country in the world, except for these final places in China. So you're seeing that happen right now after 4 years. But China is saying, we're going to put back social distancing guidelines and masks and lockdowns and some of these other things in some areas, perhaps. But there is a lot of panic here for, I don't think, any real reasons just yet. They have child pneumonia cases surge in Europe as fears rise over outbreak in China, over on the Messenger today. But again, these are all like RSV or the traditional flu and people getting pneumonia from other things. It's not some crazy new strain of something that is putting all these people in the hospital. But I guess it's sexy for you to run the headlines like that. Anybody know Nardo Wick, the rapper?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody familiar? I am not familiar.
It sounds ridiculous. It sounds like a frat boy nickname. Nardo?
It's a dumb rap name, but
maybe
I
that
guess
was his legal name, okay?
Oh, it could be. Nardo Wick. Somebody look up Nardo Wick before I go too far. There was a fan
in the system
who showed up. Yeah, I wonder if we play him on any of our rap stations.
No, his name is Horace Bernard Walls III.
Horace.
Wow, God. Horace to Nardo? I guess he's a big deal.
It's a take on Bernard.
Okay.
Right. All right, we do have Nardo.
Right, okay. Yeah, Nard Dog. He's basically Nard Dog.
Yeah, he is.
What is it? All right, you play it for me?
This is called Who Wants Smoke?
Ooh, I like that.
I kind of do. You what's going on, but I would be absolutely just so embarrassed if this was some security that was supposed to, help me out doing this. So I'm going to bring this up and I'll mute it just in case they curse, because odds are they probably do. This is the video of this fan. He's a young kid. His mom posted on Facebook about him, said he's 20 years old. His name is George Obregon Jr. He is now hospitalized in critical condition with severe concussion and brain bleed.
So crazy, dude.
After he was brutally assaulted by the 21-year-old rapper Nardo Wick's companions. Jesus, and here's the footage. Watch this real quick, okay? You see this guy coming up along the side of the SUV, and he gets too close. That guy punches him in the face, and then they're just going after him after he's knocked out.
Oh, my God, knocked out cold.
Yeah.
That's so sad, man.
He didn't see any of these shots.
He just wanted an autograph.
Yeah, he just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, he was just trying to go up and get an autograph. If you want him away from the SUV, tell him to get away from the SUV.
Yeah.
We need to do something here, because I've seen a bunch of security guys, bodyguards, who think that they don't have to follow the law. if you're a bodyguard, you can't just knock out anybody who gets anywhere near the person that you're guarding. You still are bound to the very same laws that all the rest of us are. You're not a member of law enforcement. They're also bound by the same laws. But when you look at this, there's nothing cool about this. There's nothing that makes you a badass about this. There's nothing that makes you hardcore or make you interesting or whatever about coming up on somebody who can't see you, who's not looking at you, and sucker punching them and knocking them out.
You just nailed it. Yeah, it's a blindsided sucker punch.
Yeah, and it's really a crime is what it is.
And on top of it, once he gets knocked out, they still kick his ass?
Yeah, they went after him when he was on the ground. And you can see that from that first hit, from the very first hit, he was gone. He was completely gone. So he just tries to go up and get an autograph, 20-year-old kid. Boom, right there, he's gone. He's already gone. He's like zombied. But he's just like he's a punching bag. And that's why he's got the brain bleed and some other issues that he's dealing with right now. I feel for him. His mom was real upset about this.
Oh, his mom was cursing up a storm. Says, I want everyone to see what these mother effers did to my son. At no point was my son aggressive. At no blanket point did he show any sign of harm. I mean, obviously, you would be too. This is unacceptable.
Apparently, Nardo has commented on it.
Yeah, he did. In his defense, he did come out and completely distance himself from this, like saying, I'm not with this. I don't support this.
Was, quote, mad when it happened.
He was mad. Yeah, he did not like seeing this video. I guess he was near there, and his claim is, I haven't seen any video of it, but his claim was that he ran up to try to help the fan and stop what was going on. So we'll see what happens with that as that story develops. But to me, I don't care if you're in a rap entourage. I don't care what your actual operating status is. If you just sucker punch people and that person gets injured, even if they don't get injured, you're committing assault, you're committing battery.
Hell yeah.
You're going after a person, and if they die, you have murdered them.
I thought Fritz was that wasn't agreeing hell yeah. I thought he was like, hell yeah, battery.
Yeah, sorry. Audio really doesn't translate sometimes, I guess.
Get out there and do that battery. All right. We got some people talking about the Brightline thing, and I think we've kind of got enough on that. We'll try one, though. Here's Dylan. I haven't seen this name before.
Hello, Sean, C-Lane, Sabrina, Fritz.
Hey.
Long-time listener, first-time dispatcher. I just wanted to chime in on the couple by the railroad tracks in Stewart. So Brightline utilizes the freight rail tracks that were existing there, the Florida East Coast Railway. What they did was they added an extra track for the extra capacity, but there have always been trains going by there. The difference is with the freight rail, it was maybe 8 to 10 a day on a busy day, whereas now Brightline, it is upwards of 24 to 30 trains a day. But there have always been tracks there, so they purposely bought that house knowing there were train tracks there. They're just mad that...
I wonder if it was even worse that, like, everybody knows somewhere around their town or somewhere where they drive semi-regularly or used to, that they go over a train track that you're like, I have never in my life seen a train on this track. I've never seen these lights blinking. I've never seen the pike down. I've never seen...
Doesn't even have, like, the pole that goes down anymore because no train goes through it.
And so I wonder if, like, that was kind of what they were sitting on, and they had this nice little, like, abandoned train track kind of area, and now that they've leased from FEC these rail lines to use for Brightline, and they're upset about it. Thing is,
there's nothing that can happen, right?
I don't think so.
Massive corporation.
No, there is, though, because there's a bunch of areas where Brightline does not have to sound their horns. They're called quiet zones, a very clever name. And they were like, yeah, you have to go to your local municipality, and they have to apply for these quiet zones, and then they'll only sound the train horn if there's some idiot on the tracks.
You're still going to know the train is going by, though, if you're that, depending on how close they are. But it sounds like they're very, very close to where the train tracks are. And they can't, obviously, the trains are not going to go around this house. They're not going to do them that favor. This is another example of NIMBYism, where people say, oh, I want high-speed rail, I want high-speed rail. And then you get high-speed rail, and it goes behind your house, and you're like, I hate high-speed rail. People do this with windmills and any other kind of thing.
Imagine they get what they want, though, and it's like the week that they have the train not honking their horn, somebody dies. It's like, that's the blood on your hands, old people. Was it worth it? Was the quiet worth it?
And, hey, let's be real. Those trains, they don't seem to be able to go a week without hitting somebody.
There was a train recently, we'll call it, just in case we have an endorsement opportunity, that in one trip from Miami to Orlando, it was supposed to be 3.5 hours. It ended up being 9 hours, and they hit 2 people.
Damn.
One person on purpose. The other person fortunately survived, but their car did not.
Wait, they hit someone on purpose?
Whereas, the person jumped.
Whereas you have stories like the woman who got a piece of a finger in her salad, and she's like, oh, I'm traumatized for the rest of my life. I've got all these issues now that I'll have mentally because of this. I think a conductor in a train who sees that happen enough times, that's got to rattle your cage, man. That's got to be. You're right there in the front, aren't you? Aren't they the very front thing? Like they must, and they got to see the person just into the train over and over and over again, twice in one trip. That person saw that. That is got to stick with you, I would think. That's tough. Let's see here. Let's go.
Thank you for your service.
Let's go over to Bro Villa, who's talking about Black Santa.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey,
happy Hump Day!
Right back.
Yo, what's up, Fritz? Man, happy holidays, bro.
Hey, how are you,
dude? Well, I'm trying to share the show on Wednesday, bro. And why do you always hating on Black Santa? I got the volume like medium and everything, and you're always trying to make me feel awkward, man. Come on, bro. Stop hating on Black Santa.
Bro, Villa's sitting there like, favorite show here.
When did you hate on Black Santa?
I didn't, but I brought up how people get triggered by Black Santa. I was the biggest proponent of Black Santa.
I said Black Santa. Why is it Black Santa? It's a Santa.
Yeah, but it's a Santa who's black. Yeah. That's why it stands out as something different.
Bro Villa, you have nothing to worry about with Sean. He's such a fan of Black Santa. He's dressed like Black Santa before.
No, I haven't.
Face makeup and everything.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I have not. No, I have not. I'm staying away from that. After this little kid that they tried to dunk on. My God. Little kid paints his face for the game, and they went after him. The stupid Deadspin website.
Oh, I saw the side-by-side of like the picture Deadspin used, and then the picture of the kid's head just tilted ever so slightly so you can see both colors.
The thing going around this morning was, and I don't know if this is true, but it would be a double dunk on Deadspin, which is that
nice alliteration.
That website is garbage right now. But it would be a double dunk on them. They were saying this morning that this kid is a Native American kid. Like his father or his grandfather is from some tribe in the area. And so that would take away every single argument that anybody had about this.
Well, did Roger Goodell say anything about it?
I don't think so. I think right now it's like 99-1, Like most people are like, this is ridiculous that you're going after this kid. This age of just hate clicks and hate bait articles to go after people is RIP, man. People are done with it. So like all their tweets that are about other things, people are going after Deadspin over and over and over again because they went after this kid. And I heard this moron, what's his name? This sports guy down in Miami. God almighty, I can't remember his name.
With the popular show?
No, he does like a streaming show. I don't even know if he's on the radio anymore because he got booted out of ESPN after a while. Hang on, let me see. I'll find it. ESPN.
Oh, is he the guy with the goatee?
I think so. Dan Le Batard, that's his name.
Lebitard, yeah.
Dan Le Batard, this guy, this absolute moron.
What happened?
He chimes in on this, and he goes, what this kid did was offensive, and going after him is absolutely fine. You should never paint your face red and black. And somebody had pulled up this photo. In fact, I'll bring it up here just to show you. Like the things that people would say, as if you're never going to call them out on these things. This absolute buffoon. This is him on his own show.
As Kane?
With red. This is Le Batard's own show.
Yeah, but he's like he's cosplaying as the
yes,
wrestler.
of course. But he has red and black face paint on his face.
Yeah.
When his whole point was you should never have red or black face paint on your face. This is wrong for this child to do this. It's like this is on your show. Somebody doing this exact same thing.
Wow.
People are so stupid about these things. Let a kid be a kid. Almost everybody agrees in this. And it's really disturbing to see people that are just continuing to try to push this out there.
But with a little asterisk, like don't let a kid do blackface.
No, definitely don't let a kid do blackface. Don't let a kid do anything that's too close. But I don't think this was too close. I think it was pretty clear what the kid was doing. He was a fan of the team.
They even put the red half on first, just to be certain, absolutely certain.
It's like when you're shaving. You never leave that little Hitler stash there for too long. You got to get rid of that
for too long.
No, I don't take any picture. I get rid of that as fast as I can.
Sean gets a lap around the living room in goose step before he shaves the rest of it.
No, I don't. I've never done that before.
See,
I tell you all the bad things I've done.
I had to explain because I removed like one piece of furniture and there was Nazi Lane portrait.
Oh, yeah, that one out of context
it's still
is bad.
At my house, and I'm like, let me explain. His Twitter sounded like this, and an artist.
Who did you have to explain that to?
My girlfriend.
Oh, are you a secret Nazi over here? What's happening right now?
I don't know, but what am I supposed to do with that? Seriously,
Right,
like I can't put that in the trash.
Let's fill in new people. I don't know where
a Nazi.
Well, I don't know where we started out by saying not C-Lane.
That was my handle on Snapchat.
It's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
say if I went by Chris, my given name, and I said, "Ooh, I'm on my Snapchat. I'm not Chris."
Yes, so you
doesn't sound as bad.
C-Lane, which sounds like Nazi Lane, right? It gets you right to Nazi Lane very quickly. And then at broadcast, when we were doing a live show, people would be saying, Nazi Lane, Nazi Lane, and go, oh no, this is bad.
Then we had a friend of the show.
Yeah,
great
an
guy.
artist made it.
And it's C-Lane as, he's depicted as Hitler.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was presented at a particular broadcast in which, I mean, I don't know. Did you ever talk to your dad about that? He was just proud that everyone was chanting his son's name.
That was the weird part, was because my dad was like telling his mom about it, like my grandma when she visited, and he's like, yeah, I went and saw him do his show, and they're all chanting his name, and I'm like, are you leaving parts out for my grandmother's sake, or is your hearing that bad that you missed a little bit of that?
Out of context, that one would really grab you by surprise, so I could see how that happened.
And so does the painting in my garage right now. What am I supposed to do with it?
Give it to me. I can put it up in my studio.
It's an aggressive move. Yeah, you might want to burn that one. All right, when we come back, we've got an update on the mystery dog illness that's going around, and Google is apologizing for something. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Check out our new threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Wednesday is going great so far, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, still a few reports of delays and incidents, including that one on Pine Hills Road just south of North Lane and the intersection of Oak Ridge Road at Texas Avenue. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but we're clear westbound, and right now north and southbound of the Turnpike is incident-free, as well as the Greenway, thankfully. No issues on the 408. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January. Because, mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
How do I, Dad? Here's something I do. I write a letter to my kids every month. Yep, I write a letter and send it to my own house. I'm pen pals with my own kids. I know it sounds silly, but they love it. I don't write anything crazy. Just tell them I love them, ask them questions, whatever. Normal stuff. But when it shows up in the mailbox, I'm super dad.
Write your kids letters or try something else. Just choose to be a father first today.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop. Look, I can help you out a little bit here. If you want something special for someone special in your life, go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry. They've been saving me for years with incredible hand-designed jewelry for my wife, friends, and family, and they can do the same for you. First things first, they have the personal service you're looking for and a huge selection of fine jewelry, loose diamonds, designer names, necklaces, everything there. Something for every budget. The best quality for the lowest prices, plus fast free shipping as well. 1212 Lee Road right here in Orlando, or find them online at goldsmithjewelry.com.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com. In Melbourne on Wickham Road, it's wasseysmeatmarket.com.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
At EasyCater, we know ordering food for work can get complicated pretty fast.
We're going to need breakfast for the entire office on Thursday.
Janet wants really nice bagels.
Make sure some are gluten-free. Make sure they have great coffee.
Can there also be waffles?
Janet has a hard stop at 9:30.
$15 a person
I'm
max.
I'm going to need itemized receipts for this. Is the budget for breakfast different than the budget? We're just going to grab it. Fine.
Company breakfast? Just use EasyCater. Food for work delivered on time as ordered with a huge variety. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
Extra cash coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Couldn't do without you, in fact. And if you miss any of the show, go to thenewsjunkie.com, check out the podcast, learn about secret shows, go in depth into the game of magnets. There's a whole section of the website where you can see all of the magnets, even the very rare ones, the ones that people haven't even seen much because there's only a small release batch of them. All of that, plus rules, a game of magnets, and all the rest available over at thenewsjunkie.com. Elon Musk of Twitter /X fame, he did some anti-Semitic stuff, some liking and replying to anti-Semitic stuff on Twitter, and then to make up for that, flew over to Israel to do the whole glad-handing tour.
Got it.
And they said, here's the stuff that got broken and shot at, and here's where the massacres happened, and
I can fix
brought
that.
him on a tour, and then said he's committed to helping get rid of anti-Semitism on all platforms, blah, 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 blah. The weird thing was, while he was in Israel, Hamas senior officials invited Elon Musk to visit Gaza as well. And I'm like, would they ever do that? I don't know.
How did they reach out to him?
Just through
you just add him
channels
on X.
At Elon. Hey, Hamas here. Since you're in town.
They have channels to like media outlets and stuff, and they get these messages through. But they said, we invite him to Gaza to see the extent of the massacres and destruction committed against the people of Gaza in compliance with the standards of objectivity and credibility. That's Hamas senior official Osama Hamdan in a press conference in Beirut. Because
his name is Osama. That's not a good start.
None of these guys live in Gaza, or none of the leadership. He's in Beirut, Lebanon, hiding out with the other super rich people who run and fund Hamas. But I don't think there's any way that anybody that big of a figure would go to actual Gaza with Hamas. Maybe the West Bank they would visit, because the PLO is much more accepted as, legal authority and a governing body. I just don't. But Elon Musk does seem like the person who's just crazy enough to go, hell yeah, let's go over there and I'll see this on the other side to prove to people that I don't just hate Jews.
Yeah, he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, well, I don't know what this guy's got going on. Does he just have like a 767 that he could just jump on whenever he wants and fly anywhere? My God.
Or he just has a lot of sky miles.
See what Elon Musk's private plane is. Is it a full-on plane, like a 737, 727 kind of thing?
I don't think you can search for that anymore, Sean.
No, you can't follow
there's
the
that
tag.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy trolled him hard.
He definitely has a Gulfstream G700 private jet.
Okay, those are smaller, I think.
Correct.
Like I'm saying smaller. That's a very, very, very expensive private jet, but it's not as big as a commercial airliner, at least as far as I'm aware. And Elon Musk has not responded to whether he's going to go to Gaza or not. I've been watching that show over the last 2 nights that you recommended, A Murder at the End of the World.
Ooh, it is good.
And it's good. It's very good. I thought at the beginning, I was like, where are they going with this? And then I got confused by a couple of things. I spent like half the episode thinking that the guy that she's hanging out with in the beginning, I thought that he was dead and that she was like seeing him there when he wasn't there.
Like
I was
ghost.
like,
Okay.
yeah,
Not
for a little
really.
while. And Courtney's like, no, he's really there. And I go, I'm like, he's not really there. No, he's really there. And I go, oh. Okay, finally, I got what was going on.
What is this called? I got it.
It's called A Murder at the End of the World. And it's on, I think it's on Hulu, right?
Correct. Yeah. And I think the 4th episode just came out.
Yeah.
It's really great. I mean, it's different. I appreciate it. I think you've seen these like murder shows before, but the way that they're doing it, and honestly, like the set of it, like where it's at, the technology that's like involved, I really find it very fascinating.
Man, do you think did they really film it in Iceland, do you think?
I think so.
Because it looks like they did, or at least spent some time filming there. And it's supposed to be about this billionaire. So one thing that like makes this show good, A Murder at the End of the World, I love murder mysteries. I nerded out about this yesterday.
Because you also love murder, Sean, remember.
Well, here's what every murder mystery is, okay? Every murder mystery is we're all in a room together. The lights kick out. Fritz is dead on the ground. No. And C-Lane stands up and says, nobody's leaving this room until we find out who the killer is.
But I have to go to the bathroom.
No, you're going to stay here, and we're going to figure out who committed this atrocious act against our friend Fritz. And this one isn't done that way. It's done in a different way, but you get to the same kind of outcome. So I think it's pretty fun, actually. And all the actors in it are doing a really great job so far.
And I get to see my baby from Law & Order SVU.
Who's that?
Cakes.
One of the older. Sean, why don't you even bother explaining? You don't watch it.
What character does he play in the movie? In the series that I'm watching.
He, I don't know his name, but it's like the guy who touches her knee and is like, "Let's have a drink later."
Oh, the billionaire guy?
He has not gotten his episode yet. He's just in the background.
Clive Owen?
But he's supposed to be like a super rich guy who's like mega capitalist, and so they're the art people and he's the rich businessman, and there's friction there. There's some pretty cool stuff. Without saying anything, what did you think about the scene where they went on top of the mountain? He's like, I'm going to show you what the future looks like.
Oh, it was cool.
It was like
really cool.
The visuals on that were pretty cool, right? The way they made that look.
It made it seem real, and like, why don't we have that in real life?
Yeah, and if we do somewhere, like maybe that's secretly going on out there. Anyhow, go see that. Check it out on Hulu. It's called Murder at the End of the World. And it makes me kind of, not in the coldest of cold seasons, but it makes me kind of I think July is when you're supposed to go to Iceland. That's when the weather is as warm as it gets for Iceland. Makes me kind of want to check it out.
Yeah, why not?
Beautiful place.
Can I also throw something out there? Mm-hmm. So on Max, there's a documentary. It's a 3-part documentary called Love Has Won, The Cult of Mother God.
I've heard about this.
I remember you mentioning this, but what is it about, Fritz?
It's incredible. It starts off, basically this person thought that she was the incarnate of God, and she is a goddess on earth. And it starts off with the police body cam footage finding her corpse.
Uh-huh.
And it's enshrined. That's how it starts. And then it goes back, and it's crazy. That third episode will give you the horrors.
On the body cam footage, did they actually show her dead body?
They show her face.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Man, sometimes they want to stay away from that.
Yeah, exactly. It's right up your alley.
I've heard a lot about this, and this woman, very fascinating. And it's like amazing to me, documentaries like this, because there's another one like Twin Flames that's really popular, where it's like, we didn't hear about these, and thousands of people were duped into joining this cult, and it was like recent.
Yeah,
but we just hear about it when Max comes out with the next docuseries about it.
It falls through the cracks sometimes. We're still looking at this mystery dog illness that has all the states in the United States now on edge, trying to figure out what this is and how you could keep your dog away from it. They said if you have any kind of symptoms from your dog, like coughing, any kind of discharge for the nose or eyes, it's going to be important for us to continue to monitor that. Make sure you bring your dog to the vet. This can be something that makes your dog sick for an extended period of time, and antibiotics don't seem to be working for it. And finally, Google is apologizing for sending South California-bound drivers on a road to nowhere. They say the I-15 corridor between Southern California and Vegas is a popular one. And they said somebody was headed there for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Everything went great until they used a Google Maps detour on their way back to L.A. to avoid a dust storm that shut down the freeway. We thought it'd be safer than the dust storm, but it really just goes nowhere. They said, we were on actual roads driving through the mountains for at least a solid 2 hours. The road then ended, and they realized they were 2 hours out of the way and had to go back from whence they came. All right, thank you. Thank you just in general. What we're going to do when we come back.
Think about it. It's a pretty, wishy-washy day.
That didn't make the cut, Sean?
No, I'm not doing that now. We can't go out yet.
Pretty back-and-forth day for dogs, because there's that bad disease you just talked about. But then there was that drug that keeps them alive for another year. So if I were a dog right now, I wouldn't know what to think about myself.
Snip, snap. When we come back, final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be reaching the mid-60s. Sun is shining bright, unlike yesterday. And we do have chilly wake-up temperatures for your Thursday as well. But each and every day, we are going to be seeing warming temperatures. If you can believe it, we'll be back to the 80s by this weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Huge end of the year sales going on right now through the end of the month and the end of the year down at Nation's Trucks. No payments for 3 months and financing available for up to 96 months right now with approved credit on every truck in stock. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nation Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, 4x4s. They know trucks. It's what they do. They've been doing it for a long time, and they are the experts at lifted trucks, so they can help you get behind the wheel of a badass truck for something that's going to something you're going to be able to afford. And you visit nationtrucks.com right now to check out those trucks right now. Check out that inventory. Pick out the one you like, or just head down and see them in Sanford in person right now. Check them out 1792, just 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
'Tis the season to find incredible deals on a wide selection of auto parts, tires, and accessories. With Amazon Automotive, you can skip the store and the crowds and shop online. Find the parts and accessories you need to outfit your vehicle for winter, or the perfect gift for the car lover in your life. At Amazon Automotive, you'll find everything from tires and OEM parts to car care, interior accessories, motor oil, and more. Shop top brands today at Amazon.com/automotive.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate, live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Hey, creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hive app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hive song air on the radio. The best Hive wins $5,000. Download the Hive app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 1067 on Insta.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and don't you want to be around for as many of those as you can possibly be around for? Of course you do, and that's why Life Imaging FLA is so important. You know, with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you can really find out what's happening in your body and head off those diseases at the pass. That's right. Get that scan, take it to your primary care doctor, and then build that long-term health care plan that you've been waiting to build. And remember, these are some pretty treacherous times of year for cardiac death. Believe it or not, Christmas Day is the #1 day, and the day after is #2. New Year's Day, that's #3. You get the idea. Make sure you have the information to take care of those issues in your body now. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, by the way. It is a $699 value. You can know. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
My name is John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy. Energy to walk. Energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and just like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Attention business owners. This is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, famous for their police-escorted motorcades that whisk them in and out of their live shows. Now, iHeartRadio gives you a chance to be part of the entourage on the Stones' upcoming tour. You and 3 friends travel via motorcade to the VIP entrance, check out Soundcheck, and see the Rolling Stones live from some of the best seats in the house. Another iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enter to win by listening to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
The cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Hello and thank you. Shouts out to the latest Secret Show subscriber, Carl Antonucci. Thank you for jumping on board. You'll find out more about that over at thenewsjunkie.com as we wrap things up today. Maybe we got time for one dispatch. Let's see here. Who do we got to work in? Here's Cleaford with a dispatch about the punch, it says.
News Junkies.
Hey.
So I know the person personally out of Tampa, and it's their son who got punched.
Oh, really?
And he's stable right now, but he suffers like serious brain complications from that punch.
I could tell.
And they're probably more likely going to be suing, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I hope the kid's okay. It's just like when somebody sucker punches another person like that.
Well, then you see something like so horrific, and you always get the footage, but it's like you're not seeing anybody jump in and stop anyone anymore.
Nobody seemed to, at least in the video.
A woman, I think it was in Tampa, maybe. I could be completely wrong, but it's security footage, and it's like an outside patio, and some random dude comes up to a lady sitting at a table, sucker punches her in the face, and nobody moves.
Yeah,
Not
everybody's
one
scared for
person
themselves.
moves.
I mean, it's frightening. What would you do?
As a group of people, stop the person?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
you would-
that, yeah.
You would hope more people would step in, but some people think if this guy's crazy enough to just punch this random woman in the face, what's he going to do when he comes over to me? And then that leads like to a culture of everybody just being scared and even like scared to help something that's obviously wrong. Like there's no backstory that you could hear that would make what you just explained make sense. Like, no, she actually broke up with him last night, so she had it coming. Like, there's no backstory that would make that right. So
if there's 7 of you not moving at all, 7 of you could take down one person.
It happens a lot, too, that they just sit there. All right, let's do the stories that did make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there at Nations Trucks. Go get the truck of your dreams. Lifted trucks are their specialty, but they got work trucks. They got all kinds of trucks. And the whole big selection of them is waiting for you at nationstrucks.com. 1-2 punch of stories. One is from Mashable. Is the internet bad for mental health? A new study has an answer. The study actually suggests that no, there's no connection from clinical psychological science, the study that they did. The next story that I have kind of goes against that, one would think. New survey shows girls' self-confidence has plummeted. It's gone about 10% down in the last year or so. I wonder why they would be struggling with those issues. What else? Offices should ban Christmas songs to improve productivity, says a report today. And you know what? That's going to have to do it. We don't have a lot of time. We got to get the hell out of here. And let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is just a click or a phone call away. Today I learned the voice of this character.
Mickey.
Oh.
Guess who?
Minnie Mouse. Donald Duck.
Popeye.
Woody Woodpecker. That's right. Woody Woodpecker is correct. The voice of Woody Woodpecker was done by the creator of Woody Woodpecker's wife. She had to do so by submitting an anonymous audition tape after Walter Lantz rejected the idea that a woman could voice the male character of Woody Woodpecker. She sent it in anonymously, not saying anything about it. And then Lantz listened to it and said, "This is the best one here." And bam, she got the job of being the voice of Woody Woodpecker.
Hell yeah.
Today I learned because baseball player shoeless Joe Jackson was illiterate and his wife usually signed his name on autographs, his actual autographs are incredibly valuable. A signed photo of himself was the highest price ever paid for a sports photo, $1.4 million for that one. Today I learned this show right here.
Always Sunny.
That's right. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Today I learned Charlie Day has worn the same pair of sneakers in every single episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I did not know that.
If you look at a photo of them, they are ragged-ass shoes at this point. They've been doing that for many a season, and he's worn the same shoes every single episode of It's Always Sunny. Today I learned when Bank of America was funded in 1904, it was originally called the Bank of Italy, bippity-boppity, because it was created to serve the needs. I'm sticking with mine. The Italian immigrant community in San Francisco. And finally, today I learned this band right here.
Paramore.
That's right. Paramore is correct. Today I learned Paramore broke the Nashville curse by being the first band from Tennessee in the city of Nashville to have an album go platinum in over 20 years. Thank you, Fritz, for hanging out with us. We love you. We appreciate you. There he is. And we'll see you tomorrow at same time, same place. And if you missed any of the show today, go check the podcast out. It's at thenewsjunkie.com. Everything you need to subscribe is right there. And guess what? We'll see you next time.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Wednesday is going great so far, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando.